Yay.
Welcome to Session 2 of our GURPS Action Campaign Redacted 3. I am Gigerman, today's
Hi,
GM.
Gigerman.
This session's audio will be made available as a podcast. See the description for details and possibly clarification about what I just said. Right, well, so for starters, Ronki, do you have any character business for Shredder? This is the end of the grace period.
Negative on that one.
Mel, do you have any character business for the Baroness?
Nope.
Rigel, do you have any character business for Zoltar?
9.
All right. And that is everybody that is currently present. So, defaults. As far as I know, the only person that did anything by default last time was Ness and her attempts at singing. I am presuming she does not wish to try to make the roll so she can spend a point on that.
Don't have any points.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But if she had made the roll and wanted to spend that point, you would borrow that point from your end of the campaign character point pool. There were a couple of techniques that were used at default, but I'm assuming techniques don't count for that because technically you already have them. So, yeah, I was noticing as I was rewatching, doing the chapters on the YouTube video, that how everybody was really working together really well last time. It's like everybody was moving in a sort of clockwise circle, and every time one person would turn their back, another one would cover. And it reminded me that I had actually meant to include the teamwork perk as a campaign advantage alongside the train by master thing. So, by the way, I'm including teamwork as a campaign advantage. I don't remember everything that it does, but if you really care, you can look it up.
Couple seconds, I'll have it.
In a couple of seconds, Rigel will probably have pasted it in somewhere, probably in a note.
Or I'm going to add the advantage or the perk and then paste it there.
Or whatever. Actually, are those abilities loaded? Did he do those? I don't think I even have that loaded. All right, next bit. Betting is open. Place your bets. I was going to make a couple of suggestions. One, if everybody bets that Mel is going to roll the first crit fail every time, that is legal, technically, even if she bets that. The other thing I was going to suggest was you could actually place a bet on whether or not you think we're actually going to wrap at 6 sessions.
Oh, we're definitely not.
I don't know if it's definitely.
I don't think I'm
I
gonna.
think the odds are almost even, though.
I'm not feeling in a betting frame of mind.
Yeah, except the house has the advantage on that one because the house can just say, "Ship sinks, you all die."
He could, but he's not going to do that.
That's exactly what the house would say if they were going to do it.
That
Yeah.
is possible.
And the idea would be like we won't actually know if it's true until the end of the last session, at which point what are you going to do with the extra bennies?
Well, it would be the last session, so you would at least get one session to spend whatever you made out of it. All right, so nobody's got anything today.
We should have.
Yeah, not today.
We should have bets
Hmm.
through the game, not just at the start.
Well, I'm bringing it up now so we can write it down before we get started. Now, if you decide you want to place a bet in the middle of the game, as long as we're not interrupting anything, I don't have
I'm
a
going to
problem
do the
with that.
same thing I did last time. I'm going to spend a point to bet that Mel's going to roll the first crit fail.
We're going to be that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty much a given.
Is that actually typing out live?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Then I don't need to reshare it. All right. So recorded and so spent. Oh, also, I meant to check to see what everybody's bennies were.
6 for Shredder.
Really?
Yep,
How'd that happen?
he's awesome.
Oh, right. You had the bonus at the end.
Yep, I'm at 5. I didn't spend any.
Oh,
I'm
you
down to
spent 2.
4 again because I was spending them like crazy last time once I had the bonus ones.
I think Mel spent a couple actually in that last fight, but we can review that later.
I don't think I did. But did we get a couple of bennies at the end of the session?
You did.
2.
Okay, then I did spend 2, but I'm back up to 5 because of the 2 we got.
Well, you only started with 3 though.
I think maybe we talked about me using a Benny or 2 to get a success, and I was like, no, not worth it.
Yeah, I remember. I remember rehearing that, and now I don't remember whether or not you actually followed through or not. So, yeah, we'll clean it up later if we need to.
Possession's
All
9/10 of the law. They're yours.
So the only other thing I was going to bring up was the disappear, and unfortunately, the other person that actually would be using disappear is not here. But so the way that is written is not that you are invisible and you are moving around on the board, but you're actually sort of teleporting over wherever you're going. It just happens to be limited to the distance you could have moved.
Right.
So I wanted to bring that up because we don't actually have to follow him around.
Meh.
And that might have
It's more
changed
entertaining.
something. I don't know. It's not exactly going to hurt my feelings one way or the other. And I think that's all the business we got. So I am going to close that out and we are going to get on with it. And if you're paying attention, you will note that the clock is actually back from where we ended last time.
Yeah, I was just about to say, didn't we end at 11?
Yes, I wreck on that a little bit. You guys basically, the memorial was around 10:30, and you guys had a fight for 7 seconds, and then it ended right there. So it really wasn't that long. Fortunately, I think my brain is a little more warmed up this week than last time, so we'll find out, I guess. In the meantime, do the thing. You are here. You were here, which is an image you really should have had last week and didn't, because that's a whole lot easier to see. But I did want to point out to you that the glass window, the big glass windows to the restaurant, is there at the end of that, at the basically right where the camera is on the other image. So just so you know that you've got the big viewport right there. Now, there were no PC injuries, so good job. We have 1 dead, 3 beaten to a pulp, 1 choked out and beaten to a pulp, and 1 overboard.
At least 1 of or 2 of the unconscious ones were probably shot by Mayhem before. It's like, whoa! We need to.
Well, we're about to
talk
get to that.
I like the
All right.
new knockout thing.
Oh, I've been meaning to use those for a long time, just never got around to it. So,
Was
I
there
wanted-
any? Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I was going to ask, was there anything useful in the backpack?
Okay, we're almost there.
Okay.
I wanted to point out that, as far as I can tell, it looks like Ness is going to be the only one with any blood on her, and most of that is due to being in proximity to the guy that Mayhem shot.
She'll be fine.
She did stick her heel through some guy's face, so there may be some on her ankles or something like that, depending on what she was wearing. She was wearing boots; it may not even show up. Zed knee struck a guy to the face, so probably not. And then Shredder was mostly choked the guy out, so he might have gotten a little bit on him. So overall, you guys are not necessarily blood splattered, which may be important coming up. So for starters, just as the fight dies down, Mayhem starts executing the fallen, starting with number 1 over there.
Whoa! We may need to interrogate these guys. Come on, man. We've talked about this.
He's like, oh, right. Yeah, we did talk about this. Which one was that? That's 1.
Gives me that cold, dead look.
Damn it. Wrong one. 1 moment, please. So you are stopping him then.
Absolutely. We may need to talk to one of these guys. So you said
Oh my God, they're growing.
with regards to the you said that it was probably wrong on the module. Which module was that you pulled those from?
That was just a large knife, so I presume that came out of the basic.
All right. That means Ronky screwed it up.
That is possible. So before we move on, is Shredder going to stop and go back to fetch his family, or is he going to stay here and help clean up?
He will stay here, help clean up. He
Okay.
assumes the family have gone to tell the captain, or got security and captured.
Exactly. So, as Zoltar is stopping May from executing all the prisoners or all the unconscious, he will note that some Filipino girl in a waitress outfit within the restaurant has witnessed said execution and has a hand over the mouth, horrified, wide-eyed look on her face.
See what you did? Crap, how do we react to that?
Great, now we're all murderers.
As if this is the first time.
Does Mayhem raise his gun to the waitress? You've seen too much.
I don't think that'd work out too well anyway, because this glass is really thick. The glass on the outside of the cruise ship, at the very least, is designed to withstand a hurricane.
So there's not much we can do about the fact the lady saw it. Can't even talk to her.
Maybe not, unless you want to wave and smile.
I'm going to wave and smile.
She darts away. You don't think that was particularly effective, but what can you do? So, first off, let's establish our intentions. We got bodies and we got gear.
Some of the bodies are going over the side after the gear stripped from them.
Take the gear, bodies over the side.
Take
You got
control of the
3
ship.
unconscious.
Hijack the ship. Throw everyone over the side. It's the only way to be sure.
All right, well, you got 2 bodies that can go over definitely, so we'll just move them.
But before they go over, we will be checking them for ID and intel.
Bucket litter.
Obviously.
Yeah, do their ID badges actually match their face? Or are they
Yeah,
stolen?
they actually have terrorist lanyards.
Well,
Terrorist lanyard.
if
I'm
they're
gonna
like
keep
dressed
one.
like ship staff, like ship crew, do they have like a ship
Oh.
ID badge?
That's true. They do have that at least. And you suspect it does not pass close inspection.
Okay, so falsified.
You
Is
know,
it the
search-
kind of thing where like they've printed out something and like taped it down over somebody else's badge and that poor crewmate is dead somewhere back at port?
It kind of looks like you might describe
stuffed
that,
in a
yeah.
locker. Some poor bastard's going, I can't open my locker. There's something in my locker.
Either that or they made a photocopy of a single badge and passed it around with different people's pictures on it. They're apparently all named Bob. All right, well, the second part is the more important part. So bodies over the side. We've got 3 unconscious, and they are very injured. One of them got a lethal kick to the kidneys and is probably bleeding internally and not going to make it.
Well, they shouldn't have thrown
Kenny.
Kenny Graves over the side.
Speaking of which,
We should
Nice.
take one of the unconscious ones, throw him over the side, and say, "Go rescue Kenny, and we'll let you live."
Well, I did shove a guy after him.
oh, right. I put that table together, and as I was putting that table together, realized that's really only one. There's really only
table?
one result here.
What table?
Can I actually? I just put it in chat. Did it show up?
Yeah,
Oh,
it did.
There's thing over there. Yep.
Yeah, I dropped a table in there. Okay. Yeah, but you don't have to bother rolling on that because
But if we want to, I want Ronky to roll on it because he's the person that did it. Restricted diet.
Okay.
yeah, that's
well,
about right. He would roll that.
Now,
Ness
lactose intolerant.
is checking the bag looking for something to restrain the 3 that aren't dead yet.
Ah, okay. Well, there
Right.
is some load bearing straps in there that you might be able to use to that end.
Okay.
It's
They
not
totally should have
ideal.
had the. They should have totally had the. What the hell are those things called?
You know what?
The
They
zip
got zip
ties.
ties in there. They got flex cuffs.
Yeah.
Because that would make sense.
Yep. So she's going to slap zip ties on all 3 of the ones that are not dead
Okay.
yet.
Well, aside from being zip tied, is anybody planning on doing any sort of first aid? And I say that knowing there's, I think, one character with first aid.
And that is not Ness. So
Oh right, I have first aid. How is it that I've got all of the important skills here?
Also, Zed has intolerance for extremists.
This is true. So if he uses first aid on one of these guys, it's going to be to wake him up, not to actually heal any injuries.
Well, the guy that you need in the face is actually the least worst off.
Well, that's good. Then
He's
we can,
only at
you know,
-1 hit points.
well, the thing that I wanted to check on them is to make sure that none of them have radios or anything like that. To see if they contacted for help.
Well, as it
And if they
happens, they do actually have radios on them. Small hand radios, probably Radio Shack or something like that. They're not exactly top of the line, but they seem to be functioning because one of them is actually chirping something.
What's it chirping?
Damn it! Ah, god damn it! I reloaded and lost my IDs. Hang on.
It's chirping Durka Durka Muhammad Jihad. I kind of need to watch
Well,
Team America
actually-
again. Act, you bastard. Act. I don't see a translation.
Do you not?
I do
It
not.
says you do.
Oh, sorry. It's above that. Never mind. That's neat.
What are they saying?
Somebody named Hamza is about to make an announcement. They're looking for somebody named Aziz. Double check on the crappy lanyards to see who Aziz is.
He's the
They
one
all
that has
say
the
Bob.
lights.
Crap, they're all named Aziz. Can we identify which one's Aziz based off of the lanyards? Sorry.
No, you cannot. But you will note that Aziz did not answer.
Okay.
If they're
Right. Hold on. Zoltar is impulsive. He is going to fail his impulsive test and pick up the radio and say, "I'm being delayed" in Arabic.
Right. They respond something along the lines of, "Well, hurry up!"
Well, we're supposed to hurry up, guys.
we need to get these people to security and notify the captain. There could be more.
I'm not sure if.
Well, there's obviously more since there's someone else on the radio.
Yep. So looking at the party sheet, does look
Meanwhile-
like we've got a bit of stuff there.
Meanwhile, you should look at the party sheet.
Question. Folding SMG is empty. There's nothing there when I click on it.
What?
I mean, on the triangle.
Well, you weren't supposed to see it that way, but never mind. Okay. Well, since you brought it up, okay, evidently I needed to share that. So the two guys that were in the white coveralls with the med kits look something like that.
There are med kits? I don't see med kits on the.
Yes,
Okay,
of course you don't
right.
see med kits. You should have seen med kits.
Right. Med kit. So it's a folding SMG that looks like a med kit. I want one.
Well, there are two, and Mayhem has secured one of them already. And when he did, he looked at it and said, "Oh," and he hits the button and pops it out. You see immediately that this is in fact a submachine gun.
Well, I also have the submachine gun skills, so.
So he refolds it and slings it back over his shoulder.
I'm actually surprised he didn't take the AKMS.
Well, you guys are in the process of that. So as you guys are deciding what to do about the bodies and poking at the duffel bag over there, you see what is in the party sheet, and you note that you've got a handful of AKMSs, the folding stock AKMs. You've got grenades, some pistols, all look to be the same. Tokarev, probably a Czech knockoff or something like that.
Right. So I took a commando knife, one of the suppressed pistols, 2 mags for it. Going to take the headset radio since I'm likely to be the forward scout. And did I say 2 grenades? I took 2 grenades just because.
Okay, well, Mayhem is doing similar. He has also secured an AK and all the fixins, including some ammunition, which were already subtracted from the party sheet.
What are the
and
keys?
he looks at the gear that he has in his hands and he's like, "We can't walk around with this."
Nope. So some people are going to need to be wearing those things.
What things?
What were the things that the people were wearing?
Which ones?
The dudes who had the SMGs. You said they had
Oh,
smocks or something.
they were wearing the white coveralls with the medical staff stuff on it, which once again, upon closer inspection, looks a bit
Dodgy.
slapdash.
Yep.
So, as I'm looking through this stuff here, it looks like there's a lot of Glock ammo, but no Glocks. Is that right?
That
I did notice
is
that.
true. The Magpul FMGs use Glock magazines.
Unfortunately, we don't have the stats for those.
You do have the stats for those.
One.
I had to share these sheet.
Well, let me see if this actually works. Oh, hey, that did work.
Right. Now, somebody asked about the keys.
Yeah, what are the keys?
So, upon closer inspection, the keys appear to be actually keys. They do bear the Mardi Gras logo on them.
Mardi Gras. That's the liner?
The cruise line, yeah.
Okay.
Could it be like a key to the weapons locker, and that's where all these weapons came from?
An American company is unlikely to be using AKs and old Soviet crap, but something like that.
Okay. Baroness will take one of the keys.
Is that
And
rate of fire on that Magpul, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, basically the Magpul FMG, just to be perfectly honest, never actually went into production, but it's based on a Glock 18, which is the auto fire Glock. Okay, so to finalize the question of medical care, is Zed going to provide first aid, and is he going to try very hard? You said,
No.
you said all that you were going to do is wake him up, and you weren't even going to bother with anything else.
Yep.
Okay, well, you don't have any gear for that. They don't actually have med kits.
I can
So,
slap him awake.
Yeah, you had to throw some water in his face and yell beefcake.
Something like that.
So you can get some one or two of you can get them awake if you want them awake. So who will you wake up? Are you going to wake up all of them or just one?
No, just the guy that I punched in the face or kneed in the face.
Because he looks the least beat up.
Yep.
Fair enough. All right. That's one thing. So you guys are sorting through their gear and waking him up. He will actually wake up and be shocked to find that he is yet still living.
Don't worry, we can change that if you don't cooperate.
What are you gonna do with him at that point?
I don't know what the hell's going on. How many are there?
Start rattling off the usual questions.
Yeah, in Arabic probably.
Right. Okay. Well, he will not say a word. He just clams up. You see his eyes narrow, and you know he's if he could get his hands up there, he would be zipping his mouth.
All right. So since Zoltar has the intolerance, he's going to say over his shoulder to Mayhem is like, throw one of them overboard, please.
And he's like, gladly. Sploosh.
Then tell number two, it's like, there's been a lot of blood going on there. I bet there's some sharks coming soon. Are you sure you don't want to talk?
He will refuse to say a word.
Well, I don't know if we're going to get much out of these guys.
He will start to try to wrench himself free and run.
Oh, that's not going to happen. It's like, stop it. Put that
he's zip-tied.
Pistol.
Yeah, he's not going to do it very gracefully.
Also trying to find out, because it's like, these dudes are terrorists, so they wanna brag. So it's like, who are you? Bloody Dawn. Insert 3 or 4 different other terrorist names that he's aware of.
You have body language?
I don't know. Let me look. It does not seem that I have body language.
I think only one of you had it.
Yeah, Baroness has it, but it's not very good.
You know what? Go ahead and roll it. Why the hell not? Do it in the box.
What is it?
In the box.
Language.
I guess Detect Lies would work if you had it. Yeah, in the box. I don't think you have it though.
Well, if it's a crit fail, then be sure and let us know so he can get his bennies.
Exactly.
This is true. Detect Lies or Psychology -4, and I do not have Detect Lies, so I can't even make a default roll. To be a default off of a default.
As it happens, you start rattling off a bunch of terrorist organizations you could think of, and Ness will notice that he sort of changes his demeanor slightly at the mention of Crimson Jihad.
So Ness will kind of lean into Zoltar and let him know that, yeah, that appears to be who he's affiliated with.
Crimson Jihad. I didn't know you guys were still around.
He looks extremely disappointed at that, even though he is apparently mute, and he will immediately attempt to throw himself over the side.
That's going to be one of those where it's like he struggles and he throws himself over the side, and we like all lean over the side and watch him splash and sink and go, huh?
What's funny is he almost gets over the side and he goes, "Aren't you guys going to try and stop me?"
Yeah,
We're
that'd be
sitting
about
there
right.
like,
We're just calling his bluff.
Like-
You should stop me. I'm just about to jump.
yeah, the Russian judges are going to give that a 5 because he belly flopped at the end. Well, Crimson Jihad, blast from the past.
As you are in the process of deciding whether or not to do the same with the other two guys, you will hear over the PA a chime, very loud, doo doo doo, or something like that, which you will recognize as the announcement thing. You've heard it a few times while you've been here. And the voice on the radio says, "Attention, ladies and gentlemen. We regret to inform you that a contagion has been discovered aboard this vessel. To avoid unnecessary health risks, the captain has ordered that all guests and non-essential crew are to return immediately to their cabins and remain until the all clear is given. Please comply quickly and in an orderly fashion. Medical crew will be visiting shortly to account for all guests and perform a brief medical examination. The sooner all are accounted for and cleared to return, the sooner you can get back to your fun day at sea activities. Mardi Gras Cruise Line sincerely apologizes for the inconvenience." Yada 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 yada. And then he switches over as an aside. He's obviously addressing the crew and says something about get to your stations and blah blah blah. And he uses the phrase alpha alpha alpha.
Well,
Is the accent terrorist?
Is the accent terrorist?
terrorist has an accent.
Of course they do. I've seen movies. This is a movie, right?
It is a British accent.
Oh, that could mean anything.
However,
Usually
however-
it's. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, you'll notice it is British. It sounds a little not white British, and Zed will probably identify that as Middle Eastern, Indian, something in that region.
But you did also identify that there's a lot of.
This is true.
Was it Indonesian?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, that could mean anything. Well, oh, sorry.
Mel, you were about to say something?
Oh, I was just going to comment that, this is not Nessa's first cruise. And usually on a cruise, when there's an announcement, it's going to be the captain or the cruise director, the fun person that makes stuff like that. And I'm assuming it's neither of them.
He did not identify himself as such, no.
Yeah. They'll usually tell you straight up who it is.
It's probably worth noting then, since Ness is a veteran cruiser, is she might have heard the alpha 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 before on a different cruise.
Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell to me, but she might. I'm not sure what that means.
Only if you were super curious the way I was when I heard it.
Well, if we've heard it before.
Well, not on this cruise. No. Actually, is that the only one with curious?
He's really curious.
Nessa is not curious.
Yeah, I think Zed was the only one. So if he had heard that before, he would have looked it up.
All right. Well, let's see. I think I established that. Yeah, right. I did establish that I've been on a boat before, but I have not been on a cruise before.
Right.
Oh well.
All right. He doesn't know.
All
what it
right.
means, but it sounds interesting.
Okay. Well, I think
two questions we need to answer real quick. 1, what to do with the 2 remaining unconscious fellows. 2, what to do with the gear.
Well, if they're Crimson Jihad, then we're going to know that they have the fanaticism, so they're not going to talk to us.
Not willingly.
Wait, is it 2? I thought we threw 1. Did we? I thought we had 3, including the guy I need, right?
We got 1 left.
Yeah, there's only 1
No,
left
there are 2.
because I had Mayhem throw one overboard in an attempt to augment my not quite intimidate / interrogate, considering I don't have those skills.
Right. And I didn't actually move him. Okay, you're right. Carry on. One left.
Right, and that's the guy that got kicked in the kidney.
No,
No,
it'd
that's
probably be the guy that was choked out because he should be
Yeah.
the healthiest.
also being that he was just choked out. He probably snapped right back to consciousness after a few seconds because that's how that goes. So he's probably got his eyes open right now, staring in horror.
All right, well, we'll have to round on him and go, this is going to end one of two ways for you. So, are you going to cooperate and it be the easy way? Or are we going to have to let the psycho bald guy do very unspeakable naughty things to you?
You're fairly certain he just tried to dive for your grenade pin.
Well, that was probably a terrible mistake on his part because I am going to automatically, without thinking, knee strike him. Oh, sorry. You got us where we're like really in the process of our
Mhm.
blood is up and adrenaline's going, twitch reflexes and all.
All right, he's doing all out here, so he's gonna take that.
Whoops. Ooh,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
6 points. Ow.
Let's see. That was number 4, who will take 6 more points and will cease living.
Well, that wouldn't technically make any sense because I can't actually hit him in the vitals with my knee strike.
Hey, you could hit him in the sternum. Not that it matters. Something went gish, and
then
the
I went,
lights go out.
damn it! This is why I can't stand dealing with fanatics.
Delta, you're just not good with people.
I'm great with people. I'm just not good with the fanatics.
You should,
Yeah, he was.
you should get less red meat in your diet.
Are you
In fact-
mad?
Less meat entirely.
You are. You have gone completely around the bend. You're mad.
Not at all. I gave up meat and I'm feeling great.
Uh-huh. You're looking a little green though. Well, I
Yeah.
guess this dummy needs to go over the edge.
Off you go. Pitch.
Right.
Right.
So
So real quick. So of the ammunition that's left, which goes? Ness is not a gun person, so she's
Right.
not taking a gun, but she can load up on some extra ammunition to carry around. She's taking one of the vests.
that's gonna
Okay.
stand out.
It'll be fine.
You're cosplaying.
What ammo did she mean to take then?
That's what I'm asking. Which goes with the weapons that you guys picked up, if you picked up any?
I have the Magpul. I went ahead and grabbed 2 of the magazines. Although now seeing exactly what the crazy ass the crazy rate of fire is on that thing, I probably need to grab a couple more. And then I also have 2 mags with the for the POF. No,
POF
wait,
or
that's a
grenades?
grenade. The TAS TT-33.
Right. For Ness's purposes, you've got rifle mags, you've got submachine gun mags, and you've got pistol mags, and they're all relevant at this point. So she could just grab a handful or whatever.
All right.
Although you still haven't answered the question of how are you going to walk around with that?
Well, we could just hold out what we can hold out
bag.
and just leave everything else in the bag and just cart that around and pull stuff out if it becomes necessary.
So
Probably
she grabbed
reasonable.
one of the load-bearing vests, which, according to the description, it holds a bunch of smaller items on it.
Yep.
So she's grabbing one of those and going to load it up with stuff. Like the fact that we're going to be out and about walking around and not in our cabins means that we're already going to be suspicious. So, because everybody else is ordered back to their cabins.
Well, you know how many people are on this ship and how far it is to get anywhere. It's going to take a while before everybody actually gets to their cabins, and that's assuming that they're Johnny on the spot. So you are going to run into civvies.
Okay. Well, then we can, I guess, put everything back in the bag and haul the bag around.
That could work. And then, if worst comes to worst, the bag is a weapon in itself.
The bag is
Yeah.
a bit heavy, actually.
No.
Probably 50, 60 pounds, something like that. I mean, it's not something you can't carry. Just It's several rifles, a bunch of grenades, and a lot of ammo.
And ironically, I think Baroness may be one of the stronger ones in the group,
I think she is the strongest one in the group.
Yeah,
which is
she'll cart.
hysterical.
Yep, she'll cart it around.
So be it.
Right.
So-
So, we're probably going to be operating on the presumption that we need to get to the bridge.
Okay.
Where the hell is that from here?
Well,
I'm going to
So-
consult one of the signs on the wall that says "You are here."
they don't have those outside. You'll have to go inside
Oh.
that. But you can give me an IQ -2 if you like.
If this
Great.
is a wider operation, they're going to want to take control of the important parts of the ship. So there'll be people at the bridge.
Yep.
And engineering.
Success by 2.
Zed is properly oriented currently, and it's actually a little easier because you can see which direction the ship is going. So you know the front is that way, and he will have noted that the flying bridge. Familiar with what I'm talking about there?
If I can remember
Question.
where I put the thing.
Brain. Where did I put the image? So the flying bridge is the parts that project out to the side there.
Right.
So he will have noted that and recognized that that is most likely the bridge, quote unquote.
And we are
so-
way back here.
Yeah. So you know that's all the way up to almost all the way up to the top and all the way forward from here. So there, it's a bit of a trek.
All right. When Schroeder mentions that they'll probably go for the control points on the ship, he's going to immediately fail his impulsiveness, and he'll go, "Shit, purely," and then he's just going to run in the direction that he ushered his family.
And we're going to watch him go and go, well, I guess we're going that way.
It has been several minutes now, and he will round the stern on the walking track there and see all the way up the other side if you're looking at the map, and he will not see them walking around down there.
They went over into the water.
They may have just bailed.
Yep. They saw a little boat that was back there and just jumped in it and said, ha ha ha.
To be fair, the restaurant windows do kind of bump out right there, so you can't see past it without going around.
Well, Schroeder's going to keep heading that way.
When will he stop?
Slow down, man.
When and where will he stop, I suppose?
Because we're clearly going to have to try to keep up with him.
Well,
But
he's not going to
inexplicably,
be
mayhem went up.
sprinting. If he sees the group follow, then I guess he will realize the value of teamwork. Actually, let's see. Yeah, he'll realize the value of teamwork, and he'll
There you go.
slow down enough. And he'll say, "We need to get to the bridge. I sent Curly and the kids to tell the captain."
Right. We were going to go to the bridge. Now we're farther away from the bridge. Is there a doorway? I'm presuming this is like the restaurant area, correct?
Stand by one moment.
Well, this is the direction that Schroeder's going to be running. I'm assuming that's the quickest way to get to the bridge, right?
Stand by, I'm doing a thing.
Oh, right. There's big ass Isaac dining room if I had zoomed out. I had no
Okay.
idea what you were
You're
talking
thinking-
about.
So you're thinking he's going to keep running all the way up that track to the forward.
If that's the
end
most
there.
likely way to get to the bridge, or the most direct way to do that, then yes.
That's super boring.
Give me an
There's
IQ -10 then.
minus 10?
-2. Sorry.
I like
The
minus
keyword.
10.
Fail by 5.
Yeah. He's running forward and starting to realize he has no idea where the hell the bridge is.
Yeah, that's super boring. We need to go through this center stuff because look at all of the really cool stuff that we can have escapades in. Spoleros. Is that like the bar?
Yeah. Yeah. There are a lot of bars on this ship, by the way.
And there are elevators.
Okay. I'm putting you guys around halfway down there before you finally stopped and said, "Okay, change of plans." And you will hear the radio crackle once again.
Which you
Damn
need
it,
to
I
make
should've done
sure
the
is
ID
it the
first.
intra-ship radio or is the small radios?
Stand by. Let's see. So I need to do that one and that.
Right, and since we all have at least the hand radios, so everybody's going to at least hear the Darka Darka Muhammad Jihad. And is Zoltar the only one that actually speaks Arabic?
Yep.
Well, he's going to pause and have a briefly confused look, and he's like, "They're looking for someone."
Who?
I don't know, some sort of target. They said the target was located at the bar on deck 4. Wait, what deck are we on? I'm gonna look around.
You're on deck 4.
That's back that way.
Well, there's the casino bar. There's the schooner bar.
No, they
There's the
identified
Boleros.
Boleros.
Oh, did they? I guess we should go check it
They
out.
did indeed.
Yeah, what?
Does-
You know that
Does
there
Zoltar have
are-
leadership?
He has.
Nope.
He doesn't have leadership per se, but he has been identified as the de facto leader.
They're sending sweep teams to secure a family.
Is that what they're saying?
I have
Yes.
pointed to the doors that go back in. Well, the publicly accessible doors that go back in. I'm not going to make you roll again to orient yourself. You'll remember that Boleros is toward the aft. Well, he said aft, so it's back that direction. So
I think in the future when that happens, I'm just going to read out the translation with the presumption that he's like translating it out loud.
Oh, right.
But yes,
All right, so it's back that way.
Yeah, I think we should go back there, and just in case Shredder's the target and they're trying to secure his family, because we don't know that's not the case, and it would make perfect sense for the family to duck in through there and go to the elevator and then go up all the way to the top level.
All right. Well, at the mention of they're looking for a family, Shredder's going to automatically assume that that's his family because he's self-important.
Yep.
Mhm.
So we are
And-
heading back to Boleros.
Indeed.
Where the hell did Mayhem go? Damn it! Went off by himself again.
No, actually, let's see. Right. Yeah, as you guys get that message and start talking about it, Mayhem says, "Here, give me those weapons," and says, "All right, I'm gonna go pull a Bogota. You guys be ready." And then he takes
Not
off,
a Bogota.
and you realize you have no idea what the hell a Bogota is.
I hate it when he does that.
We totally know what a Bogota is. We have teamwork, remember?
Right, but you guys never went to Bogota.
That doesn't mean we don't know what a Bogota is. It's not quite a Panama. Ooh, we need a speedboat to pull a Panama.
Oh, wait. Is a Bogota not code word for I need to take a piss? Man, I've been out of this game for too long.
All right, so you guys head back to the main entrance, back into the ship toward aft.
If he's going to be taking the guns, then
He's just taking some of it, unless you want to hand him the whole duffel.
okay, so we're keeping the duffel.
That's up to you guys.
Yeah, we'll keep the duffel.
Okay, so he just takes the stuff that he claimed and he's run off.
Maybe a couple extra grenades.
Maybe some grenades. All right, so you will enter the doors back here, and you just round the corner, and there is the Boleros area, which I will show you. This is the port side, and this is the starboard side, roughly where you came in. So you're basically looking forward in both of these images. Basically, you've got the staircase in the middle, which is open below and above, and then you've got a reflection of basically the same layout on either side, except the port side has the bar area in it, and there's also a stage up in the corner forward of that where the band plays and all that stuff. You've been through here 100 times.
We have to hide the stage to make sure Baroness doesn't go up there to start singing.
All right. So for the record, as you guys enter, you've noticed, or let me rephrase that. You have perceived that there are people moving upward in the general direction of the cabins and whatnot. They've mostly left this area at this point, so they've already moved on. You also don't see any crew in here.
What are you talking about? We see Isaac the bartender.
No, you don't.
I see him on the picture.
That's your imagination.
So there's no one here.
Nobody idling.
So did
Looking
you
Yeah,
over
you
get
don't
them.
see anybody.
did you get yourself put on a watch list as you walked around the ship taking photos of everything?
They've been awesome. No, you can tell these aren't his because they have these weird, stuff in there.
They are watermarked. What is your first instinct?
Looking for his family.
I'm looking around for anyone who stands out. Is like anyone.
All right. If nobody has any specific ideas, then let's just do a perception check for everybody. Mm-hmm.
Man, I am carrying you guys tonight.
Zed's paying attention. He will have just briefly noticed behind the bar a little head of hair popped up just for a second. Looks like somebody's hiding behind the bar.
And he's going to probably mutter exactly that. I think there's someone hiding behind the bar. I do not think it is the hostiles. Unfortunately, that's probably going to trigger Shredder to run over there.
He's okay.
15.
Yeah, told you.
He's only a little impulsive.
He gave up meat, changed his life.
Right. Zoltar is curious, so he is going to go over to the bar.
You guys go over to the bar. You see there is in fact a guy sitting on the floor, keeping his head down. He is getting into the whiskey.
Oh my God.
And he looks up and says, "Come, join me. Let us drink to our inevitable demise."
No, I don't think I want to do that. Not yet.
Especially considering he's an explosives engineer.
With a nickname like Dr. Death. How do we know all this stuff?
Shush.
Put him
It's
on
on
the
the
combat
grid.
tracker.
It totally throws up there on the burn notice where he's like,
Uh-huh.
come, and it like pauses and it throws up the name and all
God,
the
I wish
stuff.
I'd have thought of that.
Put him on the combat tracker. I want to see what color he is.
So
Are
he
you
tries
aware?
to wave you down, but he's pouring himself a glass and partaking, and doesn't look like he's in a big hurry to go anywhere.
I'm not sure if it can go anywhere. Look how much of that Jack he's drank.
Well, it doesn't look like he's gotten too far into it, and he seems relatively lucid at this point. But he points up to you after he takes a slug and says, "The contagion. That's how it starts. They're gonna herd everybody into their cabins and lock them in, so they don't have to control the crowd. Then they'll be assembling a bomb in the lower decks near the fuel tanks, big enough to crack the ship in half. Everybody dead. My wife, my daughter, you lot, everyone. It's all pointless."
Well,
How do you know
let's
this?
not let that happen there.
How do I know this? Because I designed the bloody bomb for them.
That seems like a stupid thing to do.
Why would you do that?
I just couldn't help myself. It wasn't even the suitcases full of cash. It was the challenge of it. Someone
All
asked
right.
how to blow something up. I am compelled to bloody genius. He takes another big slug.
All right. Counter compelling. How do you blow it up without, wrecking the ship?
You don't use the charges I created.
Where are they going to be putting these charges?
Engine room, right next to the keel, between the fuel tanks, so they can add to it. It'll be a glorious explosion if you're not, in the middle of it. Sure, you
How
don't
do
want
we
them.
how do we disarm them?
Oh, I'm sure you could just go turn it off. I mean, it's not like the movies where there's a timer and booby traps and all that. There's just a switch. You go and turn it off. It's just it'll be guarded by 20 or so of the most elite.
Yes, Crimson Jihad.
Exactly.
Bunch of wackadoos. Also, they're going to be rounding up your family and coming for you. So we can't stay here. I think you should probably come with us.
As you say that, he pauses for a second with the drink halfway through his lips and puts it down. They know I'm here. They're looking
Yes.
for me.
They are looking for you.
But that would mean they mean to take me and force me to design more weapons for them. They'll probably hold my family hostage to keep me working. That means they're here because of me. This is all my fault. I can't escape. I think I liked it better when we were all dead. And then he takes another slug.
What is it they want?
The Crimson Jihad. They're lunatics. Fire, death, slaughter.
I'm sorry, I haven't properly introduced myself. I am Dr. David Delavie. For all the good the doctor does me.
Well, Doctor, I strongly recommend we not remain here. We should get moving before a bunch of lunatics kick in the door and come with charging forward with machine guns.
As you say that.
I know, I was totally setting us up for that, wasn't I?
Perception check, everybody. Uh-huh. Is that still carrying the day?
Apparently so.
Apparently, success by 0.
Ness is looking at
Wow.
that Jack going, I'd really like some of that.
No, she's fishing out a cigarette in her lighter since we appear to be stopped for the moment.
He's like, this is a no smoking area.
She just stares at him and lights it up anyway.
Exactly. So Zed, being the most alert at the moment, looks back aft and notices back in the stairwell area, and this is actually on the other side, but close enough. Coming up from below, he will notice a couple of heads of what looks to be Middle Eastern men start to clear the bottom of the stairs.
Ah, crap.
And indeed, they move like at least somewhat trained killers.
In a hushed tone, Shredder's going to ask, how many are there on this ship? Or how many of them are there on this ship?
He's not going to know that. He was surprised they, based off what I heard, he was surprised they were coming for him or knew he was here.
He said, well, I would guess 50 to 100 at least, although you could fit more than that into one of those lifeboats. I checked.
We have hostiles on approach.
And he shrinks down a little more and sips a little bit more whiskey.
Ness will put out the cigarette and flip behind one of the columns.
You should totally have it going the entire time.
Yeah, that's actually funny. Yeah, she's just going to have the cigarette like hanging out of her mouth and go find a column to hide behind and continually wonder, how do they keep finding me?
What's the plan, Zoltar? Do we fight them or do we hide? And who the hell is that guy?
I'm waiting for the GM to finish his, and with that.
Oh, well, he's asking a question, so finish the question.
Well, I was about to respond, and then I'm presuming they're going to do the weapons leveled at us and shot at us in Arabic to get on the ground or something like that. I'm also looking through Dictionary of Danger, and they don't have a thing for the bar.
Really?
I don't see one.
All right. Well, with that, again, let's take a 5-minute break.
You big slacker. Yeah.
Break.
All right, going on break.
Yay. All right, so I have set up the map here. Don't worry about it too much. It is not exactly to scale, but it should at least give you a general lay of the land. So as stated, the enemy is coming from the stairs in that direction and are headed in your general direction. And as they approach, they will see somebody in the bar area and say, "Ah, Turkish Jihad!"
Is this wall floor to ceiling?
That is the partition here. So if you are looking at the port aft image, you'll see that here. So there's walls and stuff going on back there.
All right, so floor to ceiling. So at the moment, they only
They
really
spotted
have
somebody.
line of sight on Zoltar.
Well.
Yeah, because I
figured
on the outside. I figured we were on the outside of the bar area and needed a reason why we could actually see them.
Well, at any rate, I didn't want to break this down into tactical necessarily here, but so somebody has been spotted. Therefore,
totally
this is the pre-combat. So those of you that can take a -5 to disappear behind cover and not be seen.
Why is it a -5?
That is the pre-combat, and I think you could probably use disappear for that instead of stealth if that's better, but I don't think that's how that technique works.
Disappear lets you buy off the -10 to vanish from sight in combat by dashing behind cover.
Yeah, so there are two sneaky fighting bits. There's one when you're in combat, that's the -10, and when you're right before combat, you can duck behind cover for -5. It's basically just a moving stealth check.
See, this works perfectly. I'm gonna stand there and go, "What?
Also,
I'm totally an innocent guy."
also
While
worth noting, I didn't point out earlier that the bad is 1 right now, so that'll technically be a -6.
Okay, so Ness is
both of
going to
them made it.
vault over the well, adding in the -5, Ness fails by, or -6, Ness fails by 4.
Yeah, they failed pretty badly actually.
Yeah. So she's basically going to vault over the countertop of the bar and join Dr. What's his face behind there, but there's a trail of smoke like going up from behind the bar
Right.
from her cigarette.
Since Shredder technically failed his stealth, he's going to use luck to re-roll.
Ah.
I'm planning on like drawing them closer and then diving back here to where I get the full cover and actually use disappear.
I'll take the succeed by 0.
Indeed. Zed wants to do the disappear. I guess there's no reason you couldn't do the in combat version in
No. I'm
outside of combat.
he is actively remaining where he's at to draw them in, and then once
Okay.
they're like about to, so where he can overreact and dive for cover and then pull disappear, and then presumably Ness and Shredder will like start rocking these guys while I swing around and take them from, I don't know, the side or the behind.
Well, I think he'll at least be able to tell that Ness isn't going to quite be hidden when she gets where she's going.
Do we get to
She
move as
wasn't
part of
trying
this
very
setup?
hard. Do it.
Do we get to move as part of this setup?
Well, it says if you can get there within a move. So if you can get to that cover in a move,
Damn,
which
he's fast.
he's really fast, so he's right up behind that thing.
And crouch down behind.
I'm hoping-
like a little box.
I'm hoping there's a pot plant or something
Nope,
like
there's
that.
totally a trash can right there.
So he's going to situate himself behind that.
No, but there is a curve to it, and you could get a little farther around the curve if you wanted, but that's about all that I can see over there.
Totally needs to be a trash can.
Well, I don't see a trash can. It
I
looks
can't-
like there is that little low wall if you wanted to go prone. What that is, it doesn't look familiar. Anyway, all right. So is everybody basically
I
where
think
they're
that's a
going to
lounge.
Yep.
be? Yeah,
Oh no, it's a wall of some sort.
I
Oh,
think it is a seat.
this here,
Yeah.
that is the curve. That's this
well, it
part
might
of the
be,
curve.
Actually, yeah. Now that you say that,
So there is no wall there on that part of
Well,
the curve.
the wall ends there-ish or something like that. That's that's what it looks like.
All right.
No idea
so
what the hell that's about.
is that going to be high enough for Shredder to sort of hide behind?
Sure, why the hell not? He'll have to get really low.
Need to redo his math.
All right, but that's roughly where you're going. So, Ness is just going to jump the bar and head at him, and Zoltar is letting Ness distract them, I guess, after he dives out of the way. Okay, so
Zoltar's not going anywhere. He was
I-
drawing fire, remember? He's on the outside. They saw him, and he went, whoa! Even though it's clearly faking, because I don't have acting. Because my plan is, the wanted to get them, drawn in here-ish, and then scramble around the bar, the other side, and utilize disappear. And then come in behind them.
Gotcha. Okay,
I'm acting as bait.
I think I'm with you.
Acting as bait.
All right. Well, so with all that, finally, they have produced weapons. They are probably going to be using. Yeah, they'll have the pistols here at the moment. They're all using the suppressed pistols. These are all the paramedic-looking guys, and they are going to advance down here at a fast walk, and they are getting to the point where they're about to clear the little seat thing in front of the elevators there.
Okay, so fast walk. So in that case, Zoltar wants to overreact and quote panically start retreating in an attempt to cause them to hurry forward and not do an appropriate or an effective job of clearing their corners because they're not watching the doors and corners.
All right. Normally that would be some kind of ruse, and I think the effect I would well, I mean, Shredder's hidden anyway. But so you're gonna keep their attention. That's fine. Ness, as these guys are fast walking forward and brandishing weapons, how is she gonna react to that? Are you actually jumping the bar?
She jumped the bar in like behind it into cover.
Oh,
She's
gotcha.
just-
Okay.
She's just not hidden very well. We're going to name this maneuver the Boleros. So
Got it.
this is where Zoltar is the bait and we hide and then jump out at him from behind.
Right.
Do
So the
you
bag.
have explosive skill of any kind?
No.
So you need to gesture feverishly to the doctor while holding one of those a bottle and have him
Uh-huh.
create a freaking Molotov cocktail.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was
you've
kind
got
of
the
thinking about
fire
that. Yeah.
right there in your mouth.
Yep, she's got a lighter.
Okay. Well, so the as the guys started to advance, they saw a couple of legs sticking out over the bar as they slid behind. They know something's over there. They don't know what the hell it is. So they're going to keep moving. Zoltar is going to dive behind the bar at this point.
Yeah, he's going to continue to be retreating until they pass that lip.
Okay.
At which point he's going to, oh no, I must dive for cover.
Well, let's put him there. That seems like the action point.
Right, and then he dives for cover back over here, I guess, and then that activates the disappear. Then he's planning on
Okay.
jumping back into the crab. So do you want me
And,
to make the disappear test now, or?
Might as well.
All right, I added the -1 bad. I'm presuming that's to everything, right?
I think it would apply to that one.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know what all it applies to and what it doesn't apply to.
Normally, when you're dealing with a combat situation, bad would actually be added to their skill, but the thing is they're mooks, so that doesn't apply to mooks. That only applies to henchmen.
At any rate, success by 5 or success by 6, one of the two.
All right. And right, that's so I need to actually, because that is resisted.
I believe that is correct. Let me double check. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, failure means he's spotted and still in the fight.
All right. Well, you don't know yet if I can't see you. So, we're not strictly in combat turns here at this point, so there's a number of seconds going by. They have reached the end of that area. They are not aware of Shredder's presence currently. They are focused on the end of the bar, expecting somebody to pop back out or something. In the meantime, Ness has indicated to Dr. Delavie that she needs something to blow up, and he starts looking around at all the bottles and identifies the strongest liqueur.
Oh yeah, here comes some Everclear.
God help you if you start a damn fire in here.
It'll be fine. There's
Do it.
there's sprinklers and stuff, right?
Yeah, there is technically. All right. So that's the current situation. So what I need from
Spiritus. He's gonna grab some Spiritus, which is a
What?
192 proof.
So I need to know what Shredder is going to do first. Actually, I'll just go ahead and do this in the thing. Do the. God damn it! There.
Shredder is going to wait for his opportunity. He wants to make sure that these guys have their back to him.
So I want to know what the trigger is. The trigger is when their back is to you.
Yeah, so once they've
So
passed,
if they're
past him,
there-ish.
yeah, he wants to be in their back hex, basically.
All right.
Unless, of
And
course,
so
something happens before then.
That'll take a couple of 3 seconds to get there. What is Ness planning to do? She's going to be a few more seconds getting this concoction put together. Is she going to stick with that plan or do something else?
She is actually going to stick with that plan.
Okay, very well.
She's thinking this is gonna be great.
So Zed's got a few seconds to position.
Okay, right. So if you position, so it means I can just basically cover the appropriate amount. So 2 seconds, 3 seconds.
A few, 3-ish. We'll call it 3.
Well, it matters because I'm nowhere near as fast as what's his face. 1.
Close enough is
2,
close enough.
3,
They're going to be moving
4,
forward.
5,
So
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it's probably
So
plenty.
they're moving forward.
Uh-huh. They're headed toward where you were, so that'll probably put you in the right place.
Okay, and I also need to do something before. And okay, I managed to make my trickster roll
Uh-huh.
because he's totally going to try to do something. I just don't know what it is yet. Maybe as
If
they're
only you had a bucket.
maybe as they're going by, he's going to ask one of them, quietly. It's like, want some candy?
All right, well, it's their turn now, and they're going to advance. As stated, they're going to end up, we'll call it there-ish. That's probably where they're going to end up. So we'll say that Baroness has the concoction in hand and the cigarette in the other hand, and it is prepared.
Okay, so I totally know what we need to do there. It's like, I need to exclaim rather loudly in Arabic, want some fire, scarecrow? Or no, in English. Nobody speaks Arabic to me. Is ventriloquism a skill in GURPS?
Yep.
Damn, I should have picked that up. Oh well.
That doesn't really work here because I can't see you.
I know, but that would have been funny. It's like, if I, threw my voice over there away from me.
Yeah, that's not how ventriloquism works.
This is a movie. All right. So.
All right, so assuming that's your activation point.
Yep.
What's the plan?
Are we in combat time now?
Ish, yeah.
Alright, so Shredder, since their backs are turned to him, will leap from his concealed location.
Oh man, she's gonna. This is where she's gonna roll it, and it's gonna land on Shredder. It's gonna be great.
Have we had enough? We haven't had enough time to recover any fatigues or anything.
Oh, yeah.
We have or haven't?
I mean, you had at least, 5-10 minutes of just not doing much, just gathering equipment and throwing the occasional body overboard.
How much fatigue does that give us back?
Yeah, at least one, unless
Okay.
you're fit.
Alright.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Spending the fatigue for move and tack, I'm going to rapid strike and telegraph these attacks.
Which are?
They're going to be lethal punch to the vitals on Terrorist 1, Terrorist 2, and then he'll take a further step and sweep Terrorist 3. So these skill rolls are made at -1.
That's a rapid strike, though.
Ah, that's correct. So they're made at
-3.
sorry,
'Cause
-2.
Now, the point is you're doing 3. Are you doing the very rapid strike?
No. I'm doing dual weapon attack, rapid strike. Oh, let me just check something first.
Yeah. I think you're biting off more than you can chew.
My dual weapon attack is that high, so that is.
It's -6 for 3 attacks with very rapid strike.
I'm at minus. Hang on, I need to work out. My dual weapon attack is at 14. My karate is at 17. So, no, that doesn't add up. Oh no, -3. And my lethal strike is at minus. Where am I? My lethal strike is at -3, so that would be -6. No, I don't have the fatigue or the skill level. So I'm just going to do one rapid strike. Lethal strike.
So shift back to there.
No, still be in the same position, but it will be 2 punches to the vitals on Terrorist 1 and 2. And this will be made at -2 overall. Did I do my luck? Another 10 minutes, damn it. Alright, so 1 hits.
Well, you got bennies.
And I'll Benny one, the other one.
That's why they're there. Well, they don't get a defense.
And those are to the vitals, so multiply by 3.
So that is 1 and 2. That is 12 and 9. All right. We have. Oh, bloody stop it.
Okay. Nessa's turn. I'm assuming she has the Molotov in hand.
With a match to
She
go,
does.
he
So
smoked
she's
her
got
cigarette in style.
She's got the Molotov in one hand and the cigarette in the other hand, and it's ready to launch. Now,
Okay.
this will be a 2-step process, so you'll have to light it and then throw it. You could do that
Yeah.
as a all-out double or whatever if you want.
Yeah. So she's got, well, here's my head thing. She's got cigarette in mouth, Molotov in one hand, lighter in the other hand, and she's gonna pop up. She's gonna light it, pop up, and lob it in the general direction of the guys and yell, "Fire in the hole!" So that may be 2 turns worth of stuff.
No, you can do that. If you do that all out, you can do that in one.
Okay.
I'll
So
allow
yeah,
that.
she's going to do that, and she doesn't have throwing, but it says that roll on full DX to lob an object into a general area, which is what she's going to do.
Oh, so you're just trying to hit the hex.
Yeah, kind of the hex in front of them, and that way our guys like Shredder and Zoltar, if he happens to be in the area, have time to run. And that's why she's also yelling, "Fire in the hole."
All right. First off, I need to designate the hex where you are attacking.
Okay. I would say probably the hex in
Move.
between the in front of the 2 stunned guys.
That one?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that
So it's a
bit
-2.
that bit that Rigel pasted in there doesn't say what the spread is on that.
Hold on, I can look that up.
Well, there's probably
Basic
like a malfunction
411.
table for it as well.
Yeah, they
or
have a
some kind of.
malfunction of 12, regardless of tech level. On any attack roll of 12 or greater, the fuse separates from the bottle in flight. The bottle fails to break, or the fuel just doesn't ignite.
All right. So you said that it didn't have a penalty associated with that.
It says if you do not have this skill, roll against your default to hit a specific target, which would be Dex -3, but against
Right.
full DX to lob an object into a general area.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Roll it.
Is that at a additional -1 for the bad?
Should bad apply to that? Bad doesn't apply to attacks necessarily, so I'm going to say no.
Okay, so this will be at a -2 for the range.
Ah, yes, it will.
Your target is on the ground, or you targeted a person but hit the ground instead. It sets fire to a 1-yard radius. Area effect attacks page 413. I guess it's just 1 hex.
So yeah, it
Wow.
is the hex.
So
What
that's a
did
success
that-
by 7.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. So it did not malfunction.
Well, do I need to roll on that?
Nope.
No.
It
Oh, okay.
specifically states that if you roll higher than 12, it just doesn't. Something bad happens.
Oh, okay.
Which
Okay,
is
well.
generally like, it doesn't break, or it doesn't catch fire, or the fuse fell out while in midair. I'm presuming like if you roll at an 18, it smashes and explodes at your feet.
Which would have been very amusing considering she's surrounded by alcohol.
That would have been hysterical.
So it does indeed catch that hex on fire. That hex is in front of them, so it doesn't actually injure them, but it makes them very uncomfortable.
Good.
Probably makes Shredder a bit uncomfortable as well.
It's on the other side of them. He's got a wall of people. Oops, I clicked. So,
Yeah,
you're skipping mayhem.
Yep. I'm in the process of contemplating something.
Contemplate quickly.
What I am thinking is shifting, and what I want to do is conduct a push kick at paramedic 3 and kick him into the fire, because damn it, there has to be a there bloody well needs to be an achievement for burning
Damn it.
or flaming mook.
That there isn't one, but there will be.
Quick, while I figured it out.
Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to make it fast enough.
Karate -3, telegraph +4, so that'd be karate +1, which is bloody good because I may need it. Holy crap. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I see. Never mind. Yes. Okay.
All right, you're going to need to push him 2 hexes, so you're going to have to do a bunch of damage.
It does double knockback, right?
Right. So you're going to have to do 8 points. Well, yeah, you're still going to have to do 8 points to push him 1 hex. You need to push him 2, so you need to do 16.
Oh, okay. Right. So knowing that, I'm not even going to bother with that. Uh,
Now he could trip and fall into it.
no, it's fine. What I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna come up from behind him, and this could suck a lot for him. Let's see. Do I want to do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do rapid strike and do this twice. If you telegraph and you rapid strike, do you get the telegraph bonus both times?
Yes.
It's probably per attack, I assume.
I am coming up behind him and I'm going swish, swish with the knife at the neck.
Okay. Doing a long cut.
Yeah, basically. And success by 4 and success by 1.
All right, well, he can't defend himself.
Alas, no extra damage. Let's do my cutting damage. I think this, that figures. I think this does extra
Times
to
2?
the neck. Really? Wow. Yeah, screw that. I'm re-rolling one of those.
Benny.
Yeah, I don't know if it's
Well, you could re-roll one, Benny the other one.
maybe because that's just downright pathetic. The 4's already better. Yeah, so 4 and 2 with the Benny.
So you're going to Benny one. All right. That is going to get us 8 and 4 is 12, which will put him into the negatives. And he will, let's see, he will actually get his health roll.
Boo. Piss.
And he is still conscious and not stunned, but he is bleeding all over the place and has no idea how it happened.
Well, I didn't stab him, so I can't get away with saying stick around. Also, my image needs, or my token probably needs to
you're right.
change.
I get there. I do
Eventually.
wish I could have multiple assets windows open so I could have them open to different things. But never mind that. All right, bad guys. Well, so these guys are going to try to snap out of their stun and they will recover. Probably not in time to actually help them get out, though. The other guy has just had his throat slit, so he's basically gonna. You didn't grab him, did you?
No.
Yeah, so he's basically gonna stumble forward and turn around to find out what the hell that was, and see you smiling at him.
Hey there. How you doing? Is he in the negatives?
He is.
So that means
Oh,
he needs to
yeah,
make
you're right.
conscious words mean
Words.
things.
He will step forward, turn around, and fall over backwards.
Heh.
He actually rolled an 18. In fact, I'll just say he
Man.
just died.
Yeah, it's a good thing that the GM doesn't count on that.
All right. So this guy here, he's facing the flames.
Yes, they are both facing the flame.
The other one's not. He's facing to the.
Don't think too hard about that.
All right. So
Real life doesn't conform to hex size.
Damn
okay.
it.
So this guy anyway. Shredder is going to sweep him such that his face falls into the fire.
Because he wants to get the achievement Burning Mook. That Mook is on fire.
So I guess he's going to sweep his legs out so his legs go backwards and he falls forwards.
Okay.
Assuming that when you're 2 hexes, you occupy 2 hexes.
Well, if you're gonna do that, let's be correct about it. So if you do a sweep, do you get to pick? Because I seem to recall you can. Defend normally, highest value. Try to blah blah. Yeah, that doesn't help.
Need to do that cool Captain America spin kick that throws him into the fire.
It doesn't say what the actual effects are, and
Well, I would assume that he falls down in the hex that he's in,
it's weird.
which would mean his head would be in the facing that he's facing.
Well,
If he falls forward, that is. Anyway.
what the hell is the sweep? God damn it. You know what? Let's just go with it. Okay, so did you actually do anything with it yet? No, you haven't.
I haven't
Okay.
made the roll. Why the hell does that?
Sweep is in basic 232.
Yeah, sweep defaults to your kick -3. Hang
Oh,
on.
it was under techniques. That's why.
Although the sweep in Basic is polearm spear staff.
I think my skill levels are.
Yeah, there it is.
Well,
On martial
Oh.
arts 81, it's appropriate melee skill or unarmed combat skill cannot exceed prereq. So prereq -3.
So I actually
all-
have target attack leg, karate kicking leg, but my target attack is 13, but my karate skill is 17. That doesn't sound right.
No, it doesn't. That's
On
odd.
default, it should be 15.
That'd be right for the foot.
Right. Okay.
Not
That's
really.
not
All right.
set up correctly, but anyway.
Karate -3.
You should add the techniques to the character that you're actually going to use.
Well, I do have the techniques. Well, I have all
You
the
keep doing things you don't have it already set up for.
right, but I only put the techniques in that come with the styles.
Well, you should restrict your activities to things that come with the styles.
No, it's not as cool.
I don't know. What's his style?
Jiu-jitsu.
So he throws people around.
Mostly. Wow.
So that's -3. So still a success.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Okay. So I am going to, well, let's see.
You get to defend normally.
Yeah, he knows you're there because you just punched him in the kidney.
But would that classify as a side hex?
That is definitely a side X. So
Is
let's
he
see
half
if I
move and
did all
dodge?
that correctly. Do it.
Is he half move dodge?
Actually, he is.
Your sweep or strength versus his strength, dex, acrobatics, or best grappling skill.
He still
Oh
needs
wait,
to
that's
get a
that's if
defense roll.
that's if he fails the defense. Gotcha.
This is not going to go well for him, I think.
You're gonna roll a 3.
Well, there were a couple of 3s in there.
Well, so I was right, sorta.
Right, so it does no damage.
Yep.
He just falls down.
If he fails,
he has
roll
to make
sweep
a-
contest. Your sweep or strength versus his strength, dex, acrobatics, or best grappling skill.
So that would be a success by 4.
Right. Damn. Well, I said I wasn't going to pull punches, so
Wow, that was a good roll.
Well, considering I have some luck, I will get
did
you
you just
to
use that?
Yeah, but he gets it
half an hour ago.
a lot sooner than we do.
Was it
remember?
actually a half hour ago?
Exactly.
Fine.
Neener.
All right, that was one, right?
Let me just confirm my luck.
1040 is what looks like you'd posted.
Yeah, okay, so I got it 10 minutes ago.
I had to scroll up.
Oh, damn it, that was the wrong thing. What did I roll? Yeah, that would have missed. Boy, he really wanted to succeed. All right, well, he barely failed, but he failed.
All I want.
All right, so
Thanks,
given the
Chris.
fact that you've got control of the situation, I'll say that you do, in fact, knock him into the flamish.
So, with that in mind, if the Molotov cocktail bursts on the target, it inflicts 3D burning damage and then 1D burning damage per second. But that's not quite the same. But it says if you hit the ground, the flame does 1D -1 burning damage per second in a 1-yard radius. So I would probably go with that one. And it lasts for, 10D seconds.
Yeah, he counts as in fire.
So did you do the damage to that?
Are we doing the damage now, or do we do it?
I think that's going to happen on his turn.
Okay.
It's probably easiest to work it out that way.
That mook is on fire.
And Shredder will call out to Baroness. Thank you.
She just gives a thumbs up, and hops the bar and starts heading that way.
Loop.
I think she can get to there.
All right.
Right. Okay. So this guy's at least semi-cognizant of the fact that we're there. So I am going to do a rapid strike that is going to consist of a feint followed by a swing.
He is at half move and half dodge, by the way.
That's totally fine. It's his automatic automatic reaction. No, it'll be a swing then a thrust. And my feint is just based off of that. It's the same as. Oh no, it's not. The feint is going to be a karate feint, like he's coming in with the
Oh, right.
something like that. Ooh,
Holy God.
critical success by 10. That's totally wasted.
Okay, well, I'll roll this anyway, I guess. Let's see. Is he better at that? He's probably better at that. Wow, that was a good roll. It's not going to help him.
Let's see if this is going to work. Holy crap. So my rapid strike penalty, or rapid strike thrust to the vitals with the knife, is success by 2.
Well, let's see. So I've got a pistol, and it's pointed in the. Well, actually, it's probably not pointed at anything right now because he just got punched in the kidney a minute ago, and he's not in good shape. Now this guy comes out of nowhere and starts stabbing with the knife, and I guess my first instinct here is probably dodge and step out that way, which is going to have him tripping over the feet of the other guy, but never mind that. So this is going to be a comedy of errors. All right, so this is basically an impossible roll. No, actually that was +3
Why was it +3?
because he stepped away. I forgot to put the retreat in there. So with the retreat, yeah, he's still failed by 7. So he failed a lot. And then he's going to make a dex roll. And he's going to fail that too. He's tripping over that guy's feet.
Wow. I did no damage with that thrust.
I'm not sure it mattered.
It's because I was coming in to do a stab and he tripped, and I'm like, man.
All right, well, at this point, we've got 1 deceased, 1 on fire, and soon to be deceased. You can go ahead and roll your d6 if you want to burn him a little bit.
It links just for you, Daniel.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh wow, both of them are in the fire hex then.
No, the other guy tripped over his feet. He's going in that general direction, but he's on
So
his
his
back.
feet are on fire.
So since this is an action movie, the stunt double quickly came in. So it
So
kind of looks like him, but a little bit different.
Burning Man gets up and tries to run over toward the window or something. You're not exactly sure where the hell he's going, but he's going to expire over there somewhere. The guy in front of you has been kidney punched and
Stab with no damage.
technically he did get stabbed. It just kind of scratched him a bit. And he's on the ground looking up at Shredder, who's about to stomp him in the face or something.
Does Impale have a minimum damage? I know one of them says
No, that
minimum
was
1.
Crushing or something. Oh, wait, didn't it? Maybe if it did, that would have put him.
I'm looking.
Yeah, that would have put him through the threshold at least. So, potentially. Maybe he hit his head on a chair. Anyway, fight's basically over at this point.
Is there a fire extinguisher nearby?
Shredder looks up and says, "Don't all these cruise ships have fire extinguishers?" And then it goes.
Beautiful.
You had to say it, didn't you? Right.
Shredder's nice vacation suit is getting wet, so he's just going to look over to Baroness like, "This is your fault. You're paying for the dry cleaning."
That's your nice suit?
Zed has definitely got blood on his hands right now.
That's
just
fine.
slit a
He's
guy's
gonna
throat.
go over and grab get the towel that the bartenders always have back there, and wash his hands, wipe his hands.
Yeah, there's sinks back there and all that. All right, let's see. Ness just threw the bottle, and Shredder punched a guy. Yeah, he's probably not getting any blood in it. Just Zed. Zed's gonna go clean himself up.
Yep.
At that point, what do you guys do?
Right now, I'm in the process of looking something up. Yeah. So to the good doctor and say, I do believe it's time for us to leave, sir.
I agree. This bar is on fire a little.
But
Maybe we should put it out. He'll grab a bucket of ice and throw it on that guy, and then kick him.
The fire extinguisher's not putting it out?
Well, the sprinklers are going off, but it'll take a second or two. I mean, it's an alcohol fire. It's not going to go out immediately.
Evidently, it's crushing that can be 0, and everything else does a minimum of 1. Basic
Right.
378.
Yeah, okay. I was starting to remember that.
Right. Yeah. So we need to grab dude. Oh crap! Those dudes had firearms. And it doesn't matter. probably do a really, really quick check on them to make sure they don't have any additional pocket litter that stands out, and then exfiltrate somewhere to figure out our next step.
Okay, Dr. Delavi, after you guys, after the fire, and he goes over there, kicks a guy, throws some water on him, and it's like, family.
Yes,
They said they had my
we're looking
family.
we're looking for. No, they said they were going to move to take the family. Where's the family located at?
Shanti took Leela back to the cabin to change into something so they could go to the pool. 1298. Deck 10.
Let's see.
Did you see a really hot woman and a couple of kids come through here at all?
You should totally pull up your phone because inevitably you have pictures. Oh, that's nice. Have we seen this one before?
I found this one later.
So that's a no.
That is a no.
This woman has a striking resemblance to Gal Gadot, or Dot, whichever way it's pronounced.
I think it's Gal Gadot.
Yeah, it's not French. Right. Anyway, so deck 10 is that deck, obviously. So now that there's a little adrenaline going through him, he's sort of taken control of his faculties, and he's ready to go try to save his family. Now, you asked about your family, or Shredder asked about his family, and he's like, I haven't seen anybody come through here. I basically just hid as soon as the announcement.
Would have been before the announcement.
Shredder will sigh. What's the plan
Okay.
now, boss?
Right. Well, we need to go up anyway because we're heading towards the bridge, which is there? Question mark?
That's high, but it's more like here.
Okay, so we're going to deck 10 anyway, apparently.
This is true. That is the deck that it's on. Also, your cabins are over there-ish. Actually, I think they're in, well, they're a bit of both, around there.
I don't have anything interesting in my cabin.
Well, to be fair, Shredder sent his family back to the cabin.
No, he said to go to the captain.
Or find security? Go to the captain or find security. Tell him what's going on.
Then never mind. Carry on. They're probably headed that general direction anyway.
So we
And
need
if
to
they did
pursue.
find the captain, they probably go back to the cabin. So it's possible they could be there. But anyway. Okay, so are you gonna do anything other than go straight there?
I think we should. Damn, should we? Zoltar's totally gonna leave some Assassin's Creed things on these dead guys
Uh-huh.
with a snicker.
Ness will finish her cigarette and feel much better.
You know those are bad for you.
Not as bad as that fire was to these guys.
Okay, that point is accurate. Yes.
You know, technically cigarettes killed him.
And then, do we do something stupid like taking an elevator? I mean, do we need to pick up the idiot ball? Can they even stop the elevators?
Cue montage of us in the elevator with cheesy music playing.
I'm totally thinking of the first Mass Effect when they're.
Yeah, I was going to say you
using
need to have a Mass Effect conversation in an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are right next to one of the elevator blocks.
Sure, let's take the elevator to level 10.
All right, you guys.
What's the worst that could happen?
Go back to the elevator block and find that the elevator is quite busy, actually.
Okay, so it looks like
There are about
taking
3,000
stairs.
people trying to get to their cabins right now.
So stairs.
Stairs it
Stairs
is.
it is. That is going to be 6 flights of stairs.
That's fine. I'm fit.
It'll wear you out. It's my rule when I go on a cruise is I can eat anything I want, but I have to take the stairs, no elevators. And you feel it after the first day, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so up the stairs you go then. You will see people as you get higher up. You're going to see people moving around. Most people are heading back to their stations. You've got a bag over your shoulder. No blood on you, fortunately, but you're all wet, which, you know, it's a cruise ship, so that's not necessarily weird.
Zoltar's still freaking out that Shredder is calling that suit he's wearing his good suit.
You guys get to the next floor up, which is level 5, and that's the one with the inside promenade with the yeah. I should just show you that, just so you know. It's the wrong direction, but just so you know what I'm talking about. Not that one. Establishing shots.
Also, point of order, should not Shredder have, even though you haven't, you don't have an achievement thing for it, shouldn't he have gotten the Mook on Fire or something like that achievement?
Yeah, I should
Because
probably
there
credit
should
you
have
for
been a
that.
darn achievement for that.
I'm
Mooks
gonna
have
have
to be on fire.
I'm gonna have to show the graphic for it later, but I'll give you
Yep.
the Benny for that one.
Yay.
It
And
is
at some
belated. By
point,
the way,
there's
I kept
going
meaning to say you guys are welcome to come up with some.
it's going to need to be one that it's like, some dude falls from a great height.
So that just so you are oriented, this particular this is the inside promenade on deck 5, and this is the forward end. So you guys are at the aft. But so there are a lot of people in there, and they're all sort of going different ways trying to get back up to their cabins. I think there's maybe some cabins on this floor, but most of them are on between 6 and 10. Ness does see in the distance something familiar, only briefly.
Yeah, it'll be enough for her to stop and try to take a closer look. She'll just go, "What the?"
Let's see. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Great. Well, we should be okay then if Hawkeye's on this boat.
Success by 1. Oh, are we still under the bad effect for this? So it
Well,
would be a
yeah,
success by 0.
that would probably apply here. So it was a little hectic. She's not really sure. She saw something. It definitely looked like him, but she can't confirm that it was in fact him or not. And that's going to eat at her for a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Here, let me do this. Okay. She manages to shake it off and keep herself on task for the moment, since she
All
doesn't
right.
have the obsession.
Meanwhile, actually, let's see. About that time, you get another radio message, which is going to fight me as I try to make it happen. Okay, do the thing. Thank you.
Right. Let's see here. How does Zoltar relate that without causing Dr. Death to freak right the hell out? So I think he's going to make a reference to an operate, and it's like I know. So meta note for Mel and Ronki, they have the family, and they're like telling them to hold them while they secure the target. So I think Zoltar is going to make the comment. It's like, oh wow, this is totally turning into a Shanghai Shuffle, which is like, reference to like an op we did where hostages were taken. Of course, it occurs to me that if he can hear the frickin' thing, he's probably going to know exactly what they're saying.
Well, I was going to say, Dr. Delavise, oh, is that their radio? What did they say?
They're closing in on the family.
Shit, we better hurry.
Yes, it's very much like a Shanghai Shuffle here, so need to be careful. I was totally hoping they're going to call on the radio.
Let's see. So you are gonna, as you're headed up there, you're gonna pass other people going this way and that. You will hear them complaining here and there.
Before we get here, when we're like, briefly alone, I think Zoltar is going to try to sow some chaos within the dudes, and he's going to comment to the terrorists. It's like target was not at the location. He may have assistance. We think they're splitting up. They may be on level 5 and 6 now.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see. Do you actually have fast talk? I don't think you do.
Nope.
Well, roll it a default.
I don't know what a default is. Hold on.
Probably IQ -5.
Oof, that's gonna hurt. That's
yeah. Well, it's
3. No, it looks like 4 actually. No, 5. That is right.
That was just a guess.
Big fat fail.
Okay, well, yeah, so they come back on the radio. Who is this? Give me your clearance code.
This is Aziz. No, he's not going to say that.
Okay. If you will refer back to the main map. Let's see. You are going this way.
If I can find the main map.
Now I'm curious, if I reshare it, does it actually reposition?
It does.
Okay. Well, you should be around
You do have an
there.
option to like sync to view.
Right.
I don't
okay.
see that.
So when you go share, you've got a share option, and then there's one that's like, sync to view or something like that.
No. I see share and stop sharing. That's it.
Is this when you right click on the image itself, bring up the radial window?
Well, yes. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a button there that says like synchronize to view, or basically.
There normally is. I don't see it.
Let me fire up fancy grounds myself.
Anywho, so 1298 is as indicated. That's where you're headed. You guys know that you're headed that way. You've got enough time to gather your thoughts on the way there because you've got a lot of stairs to climb, and mostly you're just dodging civvies who are going back to their cabins, complaining about having to go back to their cabins and complaining that there's no goddamn cell signal in here. Something's wrong with the internet.
So to the doctor, I'm going to confirm that he has the key for his room. I'm guessing it's one of those. I'm guessing it's one of those the ones where you just put the thing up against the reader and it opens.
It's a card and you slide it in and it'll unlock.
Okay, so what I am thinking is everybody does not charge in there because we don't know what's going on. I will go in first. Somebody just like opens the door and I'll just walk in using the invisibility art.
Yeah, I think the issue there is the door. They're going to see the door open. They're going to know that the door has been accessed.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, when you're going down this hall and you're seeing activity. There are a lot of civvies getting into their cabins. You see some. You have seen officers of the ship, people that work here, directing traffic, telling people, "Yes, please go back to your cabin. Go back to your cabin. This will be over quickly."
Have we seen the dude we recognize? That's the wrong one. Shoe.
Shu is in your cabin area, which is basically on the other side of the ship from here.
Well, that figures. So
that is
we'll ask.
Same deck, but he's over there, so they have their own guy over here.
So should we approach him?
I don't know. It depends on what you need him to do.
Just let him know, hey, dude, you got freaking terrorists on your boat. Something bad is going on.
Well, I mean, do you divert and tell him that, or do you continue on straight to Delavi's place?
I think my instinct would be try to get additional reinforcements, let them know something is going on. But the problem there is like, how do we don't have any badges or anything like that. Well, I think that's I think that's what we would probably want to do, just because inevitably in an action movie you need somebody to tell them, no, you're overreacting, everything's fine, or surprise, we're all evil, what a twist.
Right, but the question here is, do you stop the mission you are currently on to go do that?
We could split the party.
No, I think probably try to finish the current mission, and then ideally without lots of very very bad crossfire, and then maybe bring one of them in here and go, dude, see, look, they even have terrorist lanyards.
They all say Bob, but it's not true.
Is their terrorist registration up to date?
It is not. That's even worse.
So not only are they terrorists, they're unorganized terrorists.
They are the worst.
Okay, having established that, we need to know how we're going to approach the situation. So
open the door. I'm gonna walk in.
That's it.
I have I'm able to hide in plain sight without being noticed.
All right. What about everybody else?
Don't make sure to stay on the other side.
Holding off, waiting for Zoltar to do his thing.
totally wanting to turn off the lights if there are lights in there too.
Yeah, there are lights, and it gets bloody dark in there. Oh well, this is a balcony, so
No,
there's
I
gonna be
mean
outside
inside
light.
the room.
Yeah, no, I've seen how dark it is in one of these rooms with the lights off, but it was not a balcony room. So, tell you what, let's take 5 again and
Did I break
consider.
you?
Combat
No,
map.
mostly bio, but partly to think about it.
All right, going on break.
Doing a break.
Okay, we are back.
Yay.
All right, let's get this mess on.
Yep.
All right, so from a tactical perspective, I think you guys will have paid attention to certain details. So I'll tell you that there is the card reader on the door that unlocks the door normally. And you have to get the timing just right. You do the card and then you pull the handle. There is also a lock inside that is basically like a deadbolt. And that does not respond to the card reader. So there is a possibility that that deadbolt is set, in which case the door will not open. Now, having said that, you don't know the layout of this room.
Quick question: can that deadbolt be set from the outside?
Yes. So the answer to that question currently is yes. I don't know if it is in reality, but in this case it is.
Okay, so it's
Well, I'm sort of thinking they'd have to have some way. It's like if there's something going on, you got a room, guys in there, keys turn the deadbolt. They need to have a way to be able to get in there. The ship's people.
No, you could unlock it. If there's a deadbolt like that, there's definitely going to be a way for you to unlock it. But I don't know if there's a way for you to lock it from the outside. But it's probably reasonable. I didn't honestly pay that close attention.
what I'm trying to work out is essentially, if it's locked, does that mean it can only be could have been locked by someone in the room?
That is that would be my expectation. Yes. Well, normally. Now in this case, yeah.
Okay, so if the deadbolt is in place, are you able to tell before you try to open it?
No, there's no way you could tell that. Now, that's not to say it is deadbolted. You don't have any reason for that necessarily. But on the other hand, you are under the impression the terrorists have just taken hostages in there. So it's entirely possible they have deadbolted the door.
Right.
Now, just to speed things up and not risk a bottleneck, you also have a key. That key was being held by the quote unquote paramedics who were supposed to be checking the rooms.
Right.
Yep.
So if it is deadbolted, we can at least give that a try.
Mm-hmm.
I can go into the room next door and climb over the balcony.
That presumes you can get into the room next door.
Well,
and there's
same
nobody
situation
in there.
Well, even if there is somebody in there. But yeah, that's a thing. So the next part of this conversation would be the tactics of, okay, you go in there, you enter the room, you know that they won't see you, but they are going to react to the fact that the door just opened and nobody walked through it. Then what?
And then the lights go out.
Okay, well, then I will point out again that this is a balcony. This is a balcony cabin, so there will be exterior light coming in.
Well, ultimately, my thinking was just to get in there, basically try to get closer to the family and be prepared to defend them. And then, like, on a, I don't know, 10, 20 count or something like that, or whenever one of them decides to investigate why the door just opened when Shredder and Ness enter.
Okay.
But
well, if
yeah,
you guys are ready to go with that.
Shredder's point is not a bad one about going through alternates and coming in through the balcony. It's just how do we get into there?
What's
without...
the delta symbol mean?
I don't recall. It's probably on the notes next to the thing.
I looked. I didn't. Oh, yes, it is.
It's down there at the bottom.
Stateroom with a sofa bed.
Sofa bed.
So
Right.
Shredder will try the room next door, 1294.
Okay.
Using one of the
Let's
keys.
gather this up though, real quick. Okay, so Shredder's talking about going through 1294 to get outside and go around. That's part of this. Zed's gonna just walk into the door. That leaves Ness outside with the doctor.
Right. And then she can like count I don't know, 10 or 20 and then do whatever she feels is appropriate.
Okay, well the door is gonna shut. So they'll shut on their own. It'll take about a second for it to close.
Unless she prevents it from shutting. It should take longer.
Someone
than a
will have to
second.
prevent it from shutting if that's going to be the case.
Yeah, she'll stick a toe in there, keep it from
Okay.
closing.
Which means you'll need to be standing by.
Yep, she will be standing by.
Okay.
It'll
Where
be
do you want to put?
fine.
Where do you want to put the doctor in this case?
Stay out of the line of fire in case
So
there's
just
a danger.
squash him up against the wall.
Yeah. Put him on the
Yep.
other side of Ness.
So can Shredder take him with him if he's going to another room and stick him in there so that he's not like a sitting duck in the hall?
I have a
Good.
funny
You wanna
mental
do that?
image. It's like he takes him to the other room and we don't hear karate chop. And he knocks him out and
Mm-hmm.
shoves him in a closet.
That would be funny.
No, Shredder's probably going to find out if the doctor has any real estate.
Well, there's
Maybe
that.
just straight up throw him overboard and say, "This is all your fault."
I'm just thinking,
You
I
would-
don't think we want to leave him in the hall unsupervised.
that's
Shredder will
that's
take him
that's
into
a
the
very
room
good
next
point.
door.
Okay. All right. I think we've got the plan here. So
Such as it is.
Shredder is going to have to do his thing first. So he will go next door. He'll take Dr. Dalavie with him and see if he can get in. First thing you're going to do is what?
Try the key. Well, try the door first. If the door isn't unlocked, then he'll try the key.
Okay. So you try the door. Chicka, chicka, chicka. The thing doesn't go. And as you're doing that, you're going, I don't have the key card for this room. It's not going to open.
Right. But the keys are, I assume they're the
So now you got the key.
the medical emergency key.
All right.
Well,
So
paramedics
you
key.
try the what you will now identify as the master key, and you will stick it in there and turn it, and chunk. The thing does in fact open. Within, you will be greeted by a surprised guy named Bob. Who will say, "Hey, you're not the medical guys, are you? Is it clear? Can we go out of the cabin now? Been kind of stuck in here. I could really use a drink right now. I'm stuck with all these little airport bottles."
Hang on. I just want to see if Shred's the type of person to just punch this guy and knock him out. Nah, he's not the type. He'll just say, no, not safe yet. Just wait here. Sit quietly, please.
Doctor,
please
you
check him
guys,
out.
you guys close the door behind you, and you're in there with Bob and his wife. His wife's in the bathroom doing something or other. And Dr. Delavie looks at him like, "So you've got some of those little airport bottles?" I said, "Yeah, I got a whole collection of them. Look here."
You two get acquainted, and Shredder will just head out onto the balcony.
Going out to the balcony. All right, here you go.
So he'll be doing this with stealth. Methinks you had this already planned.
I thought somebody might try it.
I changed my mind. I'm not going to go out on the balcony. I'm going to go back, lock the door.
Enjoy Bob with
The one
some
that's
drinks.
being pointed out is the actual 1298. The one you are in is the next one over to it in that direction. So you are going to have to go out over the side a little bit. That is the lower half of that section there is like a glass partition, so you can go over it. There is a partition in between the two cabins balcony areas, so you'll have to go around it on the outside.
Okay.
Parkour.
So let's go ahead and deal with that. So what do you plan to do about that? Are you just going to go around and be done with it?
I'm going to stealth first and have a look.
Okay, take a peek first.
Yep.
There is a... Actually, go ahead and give me a stealth check for that. Right, you're super stealthy. I should have said -1 for the bad. You're still super stealthy, though. So, yeah, there is a guy out there on the balcony smoking, wearing a shemagh and carrying an AK, and he looks like a terrorist.
How far is he from me?
Well, there's only so far you can get, so looks like
Is he far
say
enough
he's
for me
all-
to be able to sort of reach over and reef him overboard? I seem to be doing a lot
no,
of reefing.
he's a little too far for that. Now he doesn't look like he's paying particularly close attention to what's going on, and he's just standing there. He could walk back in, who knows? But for the moment, he's on the other side of the balcony from you.
Is he
So it's
looking to
about
the sea or into the room?
into the sea, out.
Okay, so Shredder's just going to wait for things to obviously happen, like the door open and people start.
Right.
He's hoping that he's gonna like turn around and go, what's all this about? And that's when he's gonna use that moment to parkour.
Okay. So what I will do is have you do a universe reaction roll, and let's say good or very good, he goes right in, and neutral or the good side of neutral, he'll go in a minute or two. Good it is. All right. Yeah, apparently he was right down to the end of his cigarette, and he flicks it out into the ocean, or out into the wind, I should say, which is probably going to go fly down into a lower cabin and set it on fire, which has happened, by the way.
Which is why the fire alarm went off.
Which is why they don't allow smoking on the balconies. And yeah, so he turns right around and walks back in, and that's that. So if you are just going to climb out there, then I will take a climbing check at -1, and let me check my notes because I put some stuff down for that. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that, unless you try to do something fancy with it, because you can mostly just straddle that. The partition isn't particularly wide.
Just going to try and do it stealthy.
Okay.
I assume I can let my current stealth roll ride.
We did figure out how to do that. The deal was you would cap your operating skill at your stealth level or something
Totally
like that,
fine
which
with
is not
this.
going to do anything for you.
I'm also totally fine with this.
But if you fail, off you go. Although I'll give you a dex save if you do.
All right, climbing.
Climbing it is.
Parkour. Wow.
Damn, you make it look easy.
Even though I tried to fail.
Bloop, bloop. 1 Benny.
Cool.
All right, so I guess what we'll do here is you can roll stealth from here and make sure that you're not spotted immediately entering the balcony area like a big black shadow.
Can you win multiple achievements?
Yeah, I did that last
Yes.
No, multiple of the same.
No, I'm making them once only.
So you're noting who's won what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them are once per player, and some of them are once per group. So they'll be notated as such. May seem a bit arbitrary though. Stealth check. Damn. You are a sneaky bastard. Okay. Well, you look like a deck chair. All right. At the same time, Zed and Ness are at the door. Zed has seen the master key works on the other door, so clearly that's what he needs here.
Yep. Good thing there were two.
Yep. Ness has the other one. So, ready?
Ready.
All right.
Then
Chill.
he
Zed,
just
do your
sort
thing.
of- And he like concentrates for a second as she's reaching there, and somehow he just disappears.
It's not that he disappears, is that Ness forgets he was there.
Her eyes just slide right past him. Sweet.
All right.
So
And-
success by 4.
No, that's right. It was invisibility art that was opposed. Disappear isn't opposed.
I think both of them are technically opposed.
Are they? No, maybe you're right.
Okay. Well,
No,
as soon
maybe
as
not.
he,
Disappear says failure means you're still spotted.
so she'll unlock the door after you.
Wherever he went. Okay. Well, for starters, and basically for everybody's benefit now, we've got the front view. We've got the view toward the bed. Got the view out toward the balcony. And you've already seen the view outside. FYI, this is the layout of the room, although I believe it is, I think the photographs are reversed layout, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, no, they are. But that'll give you the right idea anyway.
Right. Yeah, like I said, the very first target he's trying to locate is the family.
By the way, I think this is the same layout that Shredder's room is. So, having established all that, you also see these two within the
Oh no,
room.
I'm gonna have to throw her overboard simply because of Terra Nova.
They are seated on the bed, and Shanti is trying to encourage Leela to behave herself, while there are 4 other men in the room, one of which is a quote-unquote paramedic, and the other 3, one of which just came in from outside, are your bog standard terrorist types.
So, do these 2 people here, the mother and daughter, do they speak terrorist by any chance? In a terrorist accent?
Well, you don't know that yet.
Well, Shanty's actress is British.
Technically, the doctor is as well.
You can't trust the British.
I think you should
So-
put them on the combat tracker.
Next part. The door opens. Ness sticks her foot in there so it doesn't close entirely. And everybody in the room basically looks at the door and says, "What the hell is that?"
So I
Ness is
saunter in.
Ness is basically going to take like a wait action in case
Mhm.
somebody comes and opens the door. She's going to haul off and punch them. So it'll be like a wait and punch them. I guess
Let's see how this works.
I don't know if a targeted like towards like a head area is possible, but
Go for the throat. Go for the throat.
I really should have cleared that earlier.
What sort of guns are they brandishing?
The same stuff that you have been seeing.
So, are these pistols or rifles?
These guys do have the AKMs out. All right, Doc's over there. They're over there on the bed. So, as you have encountered before, these guys have a mix of pistols, folding stock assault rifles, and the guy in the paramedic outfit has the med kit, quote unquote.
Which is the slide? That's the sliding door on the balcony? Yeah?
Yes.
And it's currently open because the dude just went in?
He did close it behind him. Actually, you know what? We'll do a universe thing on that. Yeah, we'll go good. Holy crap, no. He may have locked it.
that was a waste of a 4.
I know, right?
Damn it.
All right, well, 2 of these guys are going to go to the door, one of which will stick his head out.
Punch.
Let's see, Shredder's on the balcony over there. Where is Zed?
Well, I'm trying the door. Is it
I'm
locked?
trying to.
If it is locked, I'm going to use my luck.
Let's see. I think the likelihood of him actually locking that is probably pretty slim.
All right, then how about we make it that this door is a little dodgy and not very smooth on its rails, so it'll be heard when it's opened.
Well, I think that's probably a safe bet. Although there's pretty good quality on the ship here, but
I did roll
it'll make some
a
noise.
critical reaction.
I have an amusing thought here.
Do tell.
So yeah, I was sort of waiting for all that. So as Zoltar is like moved up there to where he can like eventually protect the was it Shanti and Leela, because kids are just weird. That kid is just totally looking right at him.
Hmm.
Everybody else is like completely ignorant of him, but that kid for some reason is just locked right in on him.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I see dead people. The kid's a ninja.
And he'll totally have to do the finger to the lips.
Okay, so Ness is going to attack the guy that sticks his head out the door. That is going to kick everything off. Everybody will have had enough time to get into a position that you desire at this point.
How much time?
So if you need to relocate, you're welcome to relocate a little bit. Anybody relocating?
I'm in the process of calculating stuffs and trying to figure out. Okay, so if I go there.
Yeah, I gotta get these guys in actual hexes here.
I'm guessing that because this is more of like a surprise, that something like telegraphed wouldn't be appropriate, right?
Well, if they're actually surprised, telegraphed might be the right time for it.
Okay. I just didn't know if you could telegraph if they can't see you.
You know, side note, and I am actually going to make a note of this, but I think what I'm going to introduce here for you is, and where am I going to put the note? I'll put it up here. If you take a voluntary fail on the edge roll, I will let you voluntarily succeed at another one.
Okay. Give me just a second. Okay. Okay. Yep. All right. That sounds good. Are you talking voluntarily fail like right now?
Oh, well, I thought of it just now because I was
okay.
thinking that might be a good time for an all-out as well.
Yeah, that is a good point.
So looking at evaluate, if I'm reading this correctly, it says you get the bonus against that opponent on your next turn only. So if you do a rapid strike, you get those bonuses both times.
Yes, I think that's true. Unless it says on the
Shiny.
next attack. Well,
No, it says on your next turn only.
yeah, okay. That sounds like I would read it that way, yeah.
Blah, ah.
Okay. Only other thing I can think of is these guys probably don't have their weapons brandished at the moment, so the rifles are probably slung. Pistols are out, but they're relaxed. They weren't expecting trouble, at least until the door suddenly opened. Actually, now that I say that, the door suddenly opened, so they're probably pulled them out and pointed. Carry on.
Oh,
All right,
right.
so
Yeah, they
Ness is kicking
they
it off.
forgot about that.
Oh, okay. You ready? All right. So we're
I
gonna
am
do.
And that's going to trigger, once she goes, that's going to trigger Shredder's weight, right?
Depends on what sort of bad thing happened to him.
What sort of bad thing happened to him?
Because I rolled the reaction roll, and it was a critical fail, or critical bad. If you recall, I was asking about the door. Is it locked, unlocked?
Nice.
Oh, right. I completely brain farted on that. Sorry.
Okay, 2 punches to the face, success by 8, and then a success by 4.
Wow. Okay.
Crunch goes his nose.
I am going to give him a perception check just to see if he looked in your direction first or not. Who is that? That's number 3. God help us all. All right. He looked right at you.
And then
Punch,
she went,
punch.
pop, pop.
So I am going to get a dodge.
Lame.
Actually,
Surprise.
no, that's going to be penalized because no, that's going to fail. Okay, never mind. Carry on. Smack me in the face twice
Boo.
for not a lot of damage.
Not a lot. No.
Well, let's see. That's 5 total.
Yep, to
And
the
both of
face.
those are going to be a health check.
Yep, crushing to the face.
The first of which will fail. The second of which will not. Not that it matters, because the first failed. La la la. Find the thing. We are stunned, and you are all out. All right, that was that.
Right. So since they went, obviously that triggers Shredder's weight.
Right. Okay. So Shredder was waiting for something to happen, and then he was going to open the door. Is that the plan?
That was the plan, yes.
Okay. He goes to open the door, and it comes off in his hand.
The handle.
Actually, the whole door just kind of slips out.
I'm sorry.
It came out of the runner, and it just kind of fell out weird.
And that's totally going to cause the terrorists to go, what the hell?
It's going to cause Shredder to go, eh? He's holding
okay,
this
so
door off the
with
rails in his
that
hand.
mind, then Zoltar is going to engage the terrorist paramedic standing there with a rapid strike. It's going to be, I'm going to make sure I've got all of my stuff correct. It's going to be telegraphed 4. I've had 3 rounds for the evaluate, rapid strike penalty minus that. So he goes stab, stab, like in the kidney. First one is a success by 8. So that was a pretty good hit. Second one is a success by 9. So that's also a pretty good hit.
Oh, you're doing the sewing machine.
Yep. He has 2 kidneys, right?
Well, he did.
I'm going to stab both of them.
1 each. Gotcha.
I don't think he can defend.
Yep, he doesn't know you're there.
Take 3 points to 1, so that's be what, 9 points, and then another 9 points, so a total of 18.
Ow.
Stick around.
Are you saying it?
I'm absolutely saying it.
All right, everybody. Does that count?
Probably not.
Does that count as a proper one-liner, or is that too easy?
That's too easy. It's got to be original.
Do you know how hard it is to come up with original one-liners like that?
You're a
You
writer.
got the point?
All right. Let's see. So that is. So you said 9 each.
Actually, I'm going to say yeah. That's enough for a one-liner because that means that lowers the bar.
Well played.
Okay. If you guys want to call that, then I'll allow it. It's your show.
Thanks for being lowest common denominator, Phil. You're welcome. Consider this a divorce.
That's true. He does actually have to go down, and he will, because that's 2 major wounds to the vitals. But I am actually going to go ahead and roll it just to see. All right.
Please forgive my friend. He's dead tired.
Yeah, you can't use that one either. All right, that was it. All right, me. Well, yeah, me. I'm not going anymore. Skip you. He totally had his hand on that quote unquote mech kit.
Every achievement's a Benny, right?
Yep. All
And
right.
there's no max number of bennies.
Nope, no max. Oh, right. Okay, so this is going to be a total surprise situation. Everybody's going to freeze, or because they have combat reflexes, they don't actually freeze. They're going to take this turn and actually roll to come out of stun, and they're going to succeed because they have combat reflexes. So I'm not going to bother rolling. They're all going to do nothing this round, with one exception, that being number 3 up there, who just got punched twice in the face by a crazy woman, and he is going to actually have to roll to come out of that stun, and he will not. Sucks to be him.
Does he have to make knockdown rolls for each of the face punches?
He did.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point. That means he's actually going to be. Actually, what was the 4? Was that actually? I don't remember where we put that. I need to have that handy. I think that actually that puts him on his ass. So I'm gonna call it that, even if that's not exactly correct. So Ness punched him in the face, and he basically fell back on his butt and dropped whatever he was holding. Carry on.
So with the door coming off, does Shredder have access to the room?
You got a door. You should hit him with the door.
You have a door in your hands.
Hit him with the door. You know you want to.
I don't think the door's that light.
It's glass. So there's like shattered glass. It'd be great.
Well, you probably couldn't pick it up and swing it at him, but you could, for example, kick it in his face.
What's he armed with?
Let's see. He was the guy that just came in from outside. He probably
He
has
had the
rifle
AK.
slung. So he's got an AK, but it's on his shoulder. And he's got a pistol tucked into his belt. He didn't have it out at the time. He was probably reaching for it. Yeah, I'll say he's got it out. He's just not got it ready yet.
All right, so Shredder's going to push kick the door into him to basically
Nice.
Proxy
act
fighting.
an obstacle.
Damn, have we ever used proxy fighting?
I think we have at some point, and I've got to remind myself where that is. I know.
132 martial arts.
Which means I just passed it. Okay. I think all you have to do is make your actual normal kick.
Fighter can only use an object this way if nobody else is holding onto it. Its weight doesn't exceed its basic lift. And it can move to reach the desired target or block. If all these conditions are true, can use any of his normal techniques at -4.
Ah, okay.
That's a benefit.
-4.
For obvious reasons, it's best not to use your dependent this way. Looks like
So
the
-4
damage
to
is done
basically
normally.
kick him with the door.
Done.
Nice.
All right. He I guess technically he could dodge that. It's a bit wide. I feel like that should have a penalty.
Was his
Then
facing?
just throw in a random penalty.
Was his facing towards the door, or was it to the what's going on at the main door?
He turned toward the door when you pulled it off. All right, so that's number 1. I'm going to give him a -2 on this dodge. You can't really parry or block it. Here we go. Missed it by 1. You have kicked him with a door.
So I just do my normal kick damage.
As far as I can see, with the proxy fighting, you just do normal damage.
I give it at least +1.
All right, so 4.
When attacking, damage
4
is unchanged
points.
in all cases. There's no bonus for working through, or yeah, it's like
Hit location.
Yeah.
do something cool.
Eh. So you did 4 points of damage. Let me check something real quick.
This is gonna be great. Ness is gonna finish the guy in front of him. I'm gonna go over there and punch him in the back.
All right,
Do
so
it.
Knife him in the back.
I am going to give you an even odd roll, whether or not it's still positioned where you could kick it again.
Is there an achievement?
There needs to be a Jackie Chan achievement.
I will neither confirm nor deny that it exists. The downside of it being in a position where you could kick it is also it is protecting him at the same time.
That's right.
So even
I'm happy to kick
it's
him.
still in
death.
position odd, it has fallen one direction or the other. Even it is. Carry on.
I just totally posted a link there, Daniel.
Okay, so there's a guy on his butt in front of her, or kind of right next to her.
He's still conscious.
She gonna kick him a couple of times.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to first try to see if she can come out of on the edge. That is success by 3. So
All right, so bear in mind he is currently seated. That puts him on the floor, which means you get a reduction of penalties to hit him in the head or arms, I believe.
okay, yeah, and she'll telegraph this one since he's stunned.
Indeed.
So what is that reduction in penalties for?
Should just be 1 if you're going for the head.
Actually, her kicking skill isn't as good, so we'll just have her just kick. All right, first one, success by 2. Second one, success by 1.
Wow. You tried to fail that.
I did.
But she failed to fail.
All right, telegraphed. I get a +2, but I'm also stunned. Ooh, I should put that on there. Crap. I'll just do the -4. Telegraphed. And I'm gonna call that, well, I'm gonna try to do a friggin' karate parry, I suppose, get my hands up. That was a crappy roll. All right, well, the first one hit him. Let's see, second is gonna be the same. 1 hand, 2 hand. Yeah. He's a little punch drunk right now, so he can't quite get his hands up in the way. You kick him anyway.
Okay, so first one is 2 damage, second one is 3.
Some crappy rolls. You kick him in the ribs a couple of times. All right, and that is still 3.
Let me
I
know
think I had
when
the
you're
wrong
done
guy.
calculating.
All right. Well, that means that, and neither of those is going to be a major wound. So that's that.
I am burning a fatigue to do the move and attack to get behind terrorist average 2. Do I not have him selected? I need to make sure to get him selected. At which case I am going to do a rapid strike, which is going to be telegraphed to the neck, and it's going to be, yep, that's that.
You doing the long cut thing again?
Yep, 2 times, but to the
Right.
back of the neck, because I already know what he's going to say after this. Ooh, that's a success by 6 and a success by 6, and I believe I started in his back hex and ended in his back hex, so I don't think he can defend.
Nope. That means you can't.
First one is a pretty crappy 1 point of damage. Oh man, I saw this. What the hell?
Yeah, it was cocked.
That was weird. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Oh,
Do that.
it finally showed it 3. Okay. Well, that's kind of irritating. However, let's see my tables. That's to the neck and no extra damage, but it is cutting, so that's ×2.
Yeah, so we've got a total of 6 points.
I don't like that. I think I'm gonna luck the first roll,
Standing by.
and I may also Benny it as well. That's 100% better.
Damn, that is
so
better.
That's 10 points and 14 points. No,
Right.
Yes.
That is average number 2, 14 points.
So
All right, one
I-
of those is definitely a major wound, and that one almost near. You almost took his freaking head off.
Okay.
But he is not at full minus health, so he
which case
is
I
going
should
to.
Benny the first one to 3. Can I do that? Or is it
To
too
3.
late? Yeah, because it was not the first one, second one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't remember what the damage was.
You'd need more points than that to get him to minus health.
Damn it.
What would you need? You need 3 more points.
I don't know if I want to burn all 3 of those. That'd leave me with 1. Do I? Screw it. Why not? That's what the points are there for.
All right, so you take him to 20 even.
Apparently. What a pain in the neck.
Yeah, that's pretty lame still.
I know, they're supposed to be lame.
Well, unfortunately for you, you already got one.
I just don't want this guy to, attack Ness when she ends up going all, berserker rage again.
Well, you
You'd be
sprayed
fine.
blood all over her.
Not on her. Up against it, it all went into the bathroom.
Oh,
here.
you were aiming it toward the bathroom door.
Absolutely. Because I'm gonna have to go in there and clean myself up again.
All right, well, let's see, where am I? All right, number 1, I just got pummeled with a door. I need to try to get out of the door, get out from under the door, because I just got pummeled with the door, and I'm up against this chair too. Oh, right, and he just came out of surprise round. So what are we gonna do? I need to get out from under this. No, I want to push this door back at this guy. That's what I'm gonna do. So he's gonna basically rock back on the chair and kick the door back at you. This is going to be spectacularly dumb.
I love how the GM is like, yep, I'm gonna screw this one up.
Well, it makes sense from a certain point of view. Yeah, his kicking is terrible. So he's going to telegraph and all that, probably all out. Yeah, he's going to have to, just to make it even viable. Let's see. -3 for push kick. Actually, I guess it would need to be a literal kick if he's going to do the same thing. So that'd be that +8 -4 +4. That will be a success. Yeah, he has kicked you with the door.
So I'm going to do the is it side slip?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I guess this is a +2 because of telegraphed.
That is also true. All right, you slip right around that door, and that's me. I am deceased. I will be skipped. I am on my butt and still stunned. Hold on, let me try to get unstunned. I will not. I will sit there a little bit longer.
His pistol is still in hand, right?
It is, yes.
And the door is no longer usable.
The door is stuck halfway in and out of the cabin at this point, and probably clanging around.
All right. It's all cluttered up there. I'm going to do something cool.
There you go.
And
Make
totally unnecessary. I'm going
That's the
to
spirit.
do the scissor flip.
Scissor flip?
Yeah, it's the Black Widow move where she grapples them by the neck with her legs and leans over, flips them.
Right. Crotch of death. Yeah, that is absolutely unnecessary here, and
I think
probably
they call it
ill-advised.
scissors hold in martial arts.
Honestly, I don't even
No,
know what that would actually be.
No, that allows you to grapple your adversary's legs using your own.
Given the time, let's not do that. Save that one for later. You probably want to look that up and figure out how it works before we try it.
Sure. I imagine it would just be a leg grapple followed by the throw, a judo throw at penalties.
Maybe I could see that. Yeah.
It would be
Okay.
considered a type of throw or a sweep.
No, it's definitely not a sweep. Sweep, you're just effectively knocking them down. That's not. This would definitely be a throw. You're probably right. It's probably just a leg grapple. I think there's a thing in there about jumping up, having to jump up and do it that way with both legs. But there is a bit of looking up on that.
Ooh,
Why did I have to? I had to look at that up at
Technical
one point.
Natasha, Black Widow and Iron Man, Gaming Ballistic. She does an acrobatic attack with a double leg grapple of the neck. I don't know what that is, but okay.
Yeah, leg grapple is okay. It defaults to the grappling skill, judo in this case.
I'm intending to throw him that way, next to the
Let's
bed.
call it. So I'll say that because he is sort of sitting back on the chair, that he's low enough that you don't have to do anything particularly crazy to get your legs up there. You just jump and go. I don't think going 2 legs is going to do anything there as far as making it any more difficult. So you would make your grapple attack.
Does leg throw have a default?
Is that a second one? Is that a different one?
Well, Phil posted in chat.
Second one, the second one is the technical grappling that Doug did.
Yeah,
Cole
you don't want to
did.
do technical grappling here. We don't want to get that crazy. But I am assuming this will be a judo grapple move. So it will be a double move. You'll do the grapple with the legs around the neck. If you succeed at that, you do your control points. After that, you can throw or take down.
I actually
And
have leg throw.
I know I've seen that.
I do have the leg throw.
Oh, you do have it. Okay.
Technique.
What page is it on?
Not sure.
No, I've seen it, but I don't think that's
Leg throw
anything
as
different. So
judo throw, page 75, but defaults to judo -2. That's on Martial Arts
okay.
79.
So that's
Because
all
I
it
was
is
wondering that myself. I was like, what the hell is a leg throw?
All right. Well, I'll roll just grappling.
Do it. We have faith in you.
At -5 to the neck. That's successful.
Actually, it'd be -3. Okay.
Why is it -3?
That's the grapple. He is all out, so he can't defend himself. So you can do your control points. I don't know if you get more control points for legs.
Congratulations, you got the achievement teabag.
Let me see. Strength, yada yada. Long distance, size, number of limbs. Yeah, they don't say anything about it here in Fantastic Dungeon Grappling. So I believe it's just treated as strong. I think that's
All right.
probably
So we are doing control points. We're not just gonna do
Yeah.
the rolls. Okay.
Well, it may not matter, but go ahead and do it anyway. We're doing it because we're doing it.
So
All right.
that's
So
the
Total
strong.
is 7 on this guy. All right. Let me remind you. Okay, that's 1. Let's see. Where did I want to record that? Here. That is 7. All right. So that is the grapple part of this. Oh, did you include the rapid strike or whatever?
I included the rapid strike for the attack roll.
Okay.
But is there a rapid strike for the control points?
No.
No.
But it will apply on the throw. So
Right.
you've grappled, you did your control points, now it's on to the throw. So if we've got that correct, that's leg grapple, or the leg throw is your judo -2. And you can spend control points to improve that.
If I'm successful in the roll, then I throw him, right?
Yeah.
There's no contest?
Oh, it is
Or
a
is
contest.
it contest?
It is a contest.
Well, then I guess I use all my control points.
You could. Essentially,
Because-
that means you're no longer grappling him when it's over.
Okay. What I'll do is I have 7, so I'll spend 3, so I've got 4, and I'll still have him grappled
Okay,
around the neck.
that's fair.
And then I'll go for a neck triangle after that to finish him. So this is +3. So succeed by 6, -3 for the rapid strike. And this is a contest versus his strength, right?
Let's see. And I wanted to check something here. So if you make okay, right. This includes all takedown pins and throws. Oh, interesting. Okay. No, it says you automatically lose. At least martial arts does. So he automatically loses.
Cool.
All right, where you want him?
There, with his legs facing the wall, his head facing me, and I'm going to, I guess next turn, I'm going to put on a triangle choke on him.
Right, gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So let me find the thing. He's gonna be face up, I think.
He would be face up.
Yeah. Well, that was overly complicated, but there you are.
Okay. So Nessa is going to continue to wail on the guy in front of her.
Boot, 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 boot.
First one, success by 4.
Oh, face again.
Is there damage with throws?
No. Well, there. I think you can try to do damage with a throw. There's a thing.
All right, I'll have a look.
And success by 3 on the second. Yes, both to the face.
All right. Well, let's see if he can survive this round. He's already sucking pretty hard. So he is at half move and dodge, so he's definitely going to try to get his hands up this time. He is still stunned, which means -4, +2 for the telegraph. Right. We're still on that one. 2, 3, 4. Telly, parry, not even close. He's going to get kicked to the face. Go ahead and do damage for the first one.
That's
Ow.
6 total.
That is a major wound to the head. He's out.
I'm going to go ahead and do damage for the second one.
Yeah, go ahead and do the second one.
Okay, second one is 3.
So total of 9 additional, which means you've damn near killed him.
Okay.
I'm basically just moving this turn to just Shani and Leela, doing the calm down, everything's fine.
Well, it's essentially over at this point. So
Yeah, and it's like just been like 3 seconds anyway, so they're probably just going. What the? Actually, they don't probably
6 seconds
have.
actually.
No, I think you forgot to reset it from the previous one.
I may have.
So it's only been about 3 seconds. Actually, it may not even have been that. Yeah, this is the 3rd second because I attacked, dropped the dude, moved and attacked, dropped the dude, now moved again. 3 seconds. Yeah, and since they don't have combat reflexes, they're probably still potentially stunned.
Oh yeah.
So he's just moving to get back there to the start. Oh yeah, everything's fine. They've got this under control.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm going to call it here because Shredder's got control of that guy, and he's not going to get out.
You need to break his neck.
He is, however, only moderately injured.
Crack.
So I think I am going to go ahead and do this one. Bloop, bloop.
Ah, nice.
Although you didn't actually take him down with the door, you did use the door to take him down. So, Benny?
Damn it, I need to pick up my game.
Should have said,
caught up with
knock, knock, who's there?
Yeah, too late for that one. Let's see. I gotta come up with something for Ness for beating the crap out of somebody.
That's
Just
okay.
never using
Although-
a weapon.
She will try to drop a very, very bad one-liner coming the door. She'll get the gun and drag the guy in the door, and she'll stand up and look at the door that she just came in, and then the glass door that Shredder just pulled off the hinge and says, "Well, I guess this was pretty open and shut."
Boom.
Oh God, that's terrible.
That's a great one. I love it.
All
The
right,
best
we'll call
ones are the
that
ones
one
that cause pain.
then. I'll allow it. There's one.
I loved it. I think that's a great.
Thanks.
I mean, I still think my all-time favorite one may end up actually being on a Bond movie, and it's on Her Majesty's Secret Service, where it's during the ski chase, and this guy tries to jump, and he misses, and he goes into one of the into the thing that's spitting out all of the snow, and you see he's basically shredded, and Bond's like, "Wow, he had a lot of guts."
Right.
I'm like, oh, damn, Bond, that's low.
That hurts.
Okay. Let me see. So the fight being over, what is Shredder going to do with this guy? Are you just going to choke him out and figure it out from there?
Choke him out.
Choke him out. All right, choking him out. We're going to keep ending every session with Shredder choking someone out.
I love this idea.
Let's see. We got.
And then the very last session in the
Bad guy
The
chokes
film?
you out.
no, Shredder will choke him out like normal, but after the screen goes to black, you hear.
Not this time, buddy.
We got one definitely very bloodily dead, and we've got 3 of them that are going to be unconscious, and some of them beat the hell up.
This isn't necessarily going their way, is it, for these poor
No, it really
terrorists?
isn't.
Have we got
So,
a kill count?
After a bunch of clunking around, you see, or Ness will see Dr. Delavie and Bob coming around the corner out of their cabin over there, and like, holy crap, what the hell? And Dr. Delaby will push his way through and into the room, and they'll do the family thing real quick with the girls, and you guys stand there for a second thinking, yeah, that's right.
I'm totally gonna look at Bob and say, "You're not fooling me. I know you're part of the mega sector."
And just as you're standing there feeling somewhat smug, you realize you're hearing the vague sound of a what you realize is a helicopter.
Sweet. I'm absolutely gonna throw somebody into that helicopter blade so they get chopped up. Pop. Pop.
Cut to black. Cue the music. Roll credits.
There's
Mm.
no music.
That
Wait,
image
no.
actually has sound.
No PCs have
should.
died, so it's not quiet. It's not quiet. It's doing the plop.
Yeah, it's not a
plop.
silent count. Not yet. Not unless somebody really important dies. All right. Let's see. What do we need to wrap up here? So none of the bets, or we only had the one bet,
I'm
and that didn't go off.
super disappointed. I want to carry that over to. Does it carry over?
That will carry over.
Okay, good. I don't have to spend another point.
No, I won't make you. I won't make you do that.
Super
over again.
disappointed with you, Mel. What the hell?
I know, right? I'm sure
Yeah,
I'll have my dice back
I guess I should
next time.
rewrite that. Say next critical failure, not first. Okay, rewritten. All right, 2 bennies for everyone.
And also, I'm just saying this so it's on record. I really like the way you've done the achievements. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
awesome.
like I said, you guys are welcome to suggest some new ones. I may have thought of them already. Don't worry about that. Bonus Benny, who gets it?
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like the Molotov.
I did kind of really like the Molotov.
That really was
Yeah.
playing along there, so yeah, I'm in agreement with that. All right, Mel gets the bonus for today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I need to start spending bennies.
Well,
I don't have that.
you're gonna get down
problem.
to that last episode, and you're gonna need every one of them.
Okay.
And she's gonna spend all of them at once and go, "Ha!
Because you know
Screw
what?
you, GM."
Next time, bad is gonna be 2.
Oh, okay.
Cool. All right. Well,
And-
having a surprising amount of fun.
I need to find swords.
Well, okay, since you finally brought it up, I am gonna do this. Give me an IQ -2, and you can spend bennies on it if you need to.
I'll just roll it. Oh,
I
yeah,
was
no,
totally
that's
hoping
minus.
for a
That's a failure
17.
by
I'm
5.
sorry. I was totally hoping for a 17 or an 18 right there.
You have luck?
Because it would have been funny.
I do have luck, so I could try to get.
You haven't even
closer.
used it tonight. Go ahead and
No.
use it. There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah, there we go. There's a success. Let me see if I can do better. Nope. So it's success by 1.
Stand by. Where did I put that? By the way,
Oh,
I love it.
that's pretty awesome. Okay, we're gonna have to make a break towards the sushi place.
so given that she made the roll by a little bit more than 1, you'll know that it is on the lower decks forward. It's actually on deck 4.
Damn it, we have to go back down.
You will have to go back down to get swords, but there are swords there. Now you don't know what condition they're in. They're probably meant for display only.
Yeah.
No.
But this being an action movie, they're probably actually sharp.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Her fiance won't be waiting there.
Oof.
And with that, if you're watching this and you have questions, corrections, suggestions, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment here or find us on Discord. Like and subscribe, you know the drill. And thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Bye.
Catch you later.